Sir, பேசுங்க. எனக்கு தெரியல. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Rajiv Gandhi. Oh, Rajiv Gandhi is here, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Sir, voice audible then. Very good afternoon, sir.
Audible, ma'am.
Audible. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Gayatri ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening, ma'am. Thank you.
Participants are joining now, ma'am. We'll start the session shortly, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. No issues. I'm waiting. No issues.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Gayatri ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening, ma'am. Thank you.
Participants are joining now, ma'am. We'll start the session shortly, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. No issues. I'm waiting. No issues.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Gayatri ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening, ma'am. Thank you.
Participants are joining now, ma'am. We'll start the session shortly, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. No issues. I'm waiting. No issues.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Very good evening, ma'am. Thank you.
Participants are joining now, ma'am. We'll start the session shortly, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. No issues. I'm waiting. No issues.
Thank you. Very good evening, dear participants. So, welcome to a short-term course on integration of ICT in teaching and learning. For your kind information, dear participants, the inaugural session of this short-term course will be held by 6 to 6:30. And now we shall proceed with the session. And today's session will be on Socrative and Slido. And the session will be handled by Gayatri ma'am. The resource person is here with us. And before going into the session, some general instructions we would like to share with you. The daily sessions will be from 4 to 6, and nearly we are having 168 participants. Thank you for all the registered participants. Participants should attend all the 5 days without fail. Two assessment and a quiz will be given by the end of the session. And after the third day, a project also will be given for you. So participants who haven't joined the Google Classroom, please join. So now you can ask your doubts by raising your hands, or you can even chat, put your questions in the chat box. And now we are having a wonderful resource person amongst our midst, Gayatri ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Bishop Hyber College, Trichy. She headed her Doctor of Philosophy in Bharathidasan University in 2019, Master of Philosophy in Bharathidasan University, MCA Computer Science from Shastra Deemed University, and BSc Physics from Bharathidasan University. So to her credentials, she has conducted conferences, workshops, and seminars attended to a tune of 148, research papers presented to a tune of 75. She has publications in journals, 24 publications in journals. She has authored 2 books. She has conducted conferences to a tune of 20 and acted as resource person in 17 conferences. She has consultancy services of 1, awards received 24. She has a patent of 2 and professional membership of 5. So she has a professional membership in fellow member of International Institute of Organized Research during 2021, lifetime International Institute of Organized Research during 2020, lifetime membership of Bharatiyar Shikshan Mandal during 11/12/2019, lifetime of INSC Institute of Scholars during 31/7/2019, lifetime member of Shakshan Society during 1/7/2019. She has conducted conferences, workshops, and seminars attended to her. She has won many awards as Women Researcher Award, Best Women Achiever Award, International Young Scientist Award, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Service Award, an Exclusive Summon, National Corona Warrior Award, World Social Icon Award, International Pride Women Award, Nari Ratan Award, Women's National Award, and many more awards to her credentials. So she has also been awarded the Best Research Paper Award in a 2-day national conference on transforming technology. Such a wonderful resource person is amongst our midst, and she will be handling the session today on Socrative and Slido. May you hand over the session to Gayatri Man, the resource person of today's session. Participants, so for your kind information, now 4 to 6, the session will be handled by Gayatri Ma'am, which will be followed by the inaugural function. And many more points to be shared in the inaugural part after the inaugural function is over. So please do wait till the inaugural function is over. Thank you. Thank you, dear participants. Over to Gayatri, ma'am. Welcome you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I'm very much thankful to your warm welcome with all my credentials. Thank you so much. And I first of all thank the Almighty for this wonderful day, and I extend my thanks to the organization, the administration, the principal, and the research academy. You have a wonderful research academy, and thankful to every one of you. And I wish you all very happy learning for all these days for this short-term course. I hope you'll be getting all the knowledges. We are going to share our knowledge here, and it will be more helpful, I hope. And we can move on. Is everything is okay, ma'am? My audio is okay?
Yes, ma'am. It's fine, ma'am. Everything is okay. You can continue with your session, ma'am.
If anything, you can kindly interrupt
Sure.
me.
Definitely,
Yes, thank
ma'am.
you.
Yeah.
Is my screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am. Your screen is also visible.
Fine. And yes, I'll just give you a quick recap of all the things what we have. And today we know we are in the digital world right now. So we have pioneered to this, and we are also working along with it because we are now traveling with COVID-19, because as this pandemic period, so everything has got a tremendous change, and we are getting acquainted to it. So we are in the digital era now. We call it as a global village, and our lifestyle has become very much smart life. And our future is going to be IoT, robotics, everything. We are going to have it in a robotics manner. So this is the change we have in the COVID. So here also we are going to see about what are all the ICT tools for our learning, evaluation and teaching, all the process. And internet and mobile everywhere we have in the government service, weather service, bank and insurance service, And we have in the university research institutes, commodity exchange, and all the trust and non-profit organizations and farmers. They also has used it. Because of that, they are able to get more out of it. They are using IoT in general and supermarkets. This is the outline. And here we have a transformation. The classroom has been transformed with all these digital equipments, and now the students has been transformed. The teaching has been transformed. And this is what is happening. And in future, even if we have starting in the classrooms, hope every students will be having their own gadgets, and they'll be helpful with that. And we can also have a very smart classrooms over there. And as the government is also insisting on the blended learning, there comes the lockdown, and we have acquainted with the blended learning, a partial with the classroom learning, and the partial with the online learning. We call it as blended learning. We all know. So we are now getting adapted to it. ICT for the TLE, that is teaching, learning, and evaluation. We are working on it, and we have shift from the TLE to the ICT enabled TLE. The normal teaching, learning, evaluation has been transferred to the ICT enabled teaching, learning, and evaluation. And the situation, the pandemic has forced us to shift to this ICT. The situation has been transformed. Excuse me, organizers.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we recording the session?
Yeah. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am. We
ma'am.
are recording the session.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for the interruption. And we are in the pandemic forced has been transferred to us the shift of the ICT, teaching, learning, evaluation, and everything now has been come to the student centric. We have a shift from the teacher centric to the student centric. This is the shift we have in this pandemic situation. And the advantages of this ICT and this type of learning, we have a very strong platform and reduced of paperwork, and creativity has started even in the faculty side and also in the student side. Enormous amount of creativeness have come into light. And ease of learning, the flexible timing and flexible places. So ease of learning is there. Exam preparation also is very much easy for the students. And we have the improved cognition. It has been
Yes,
improved.
ma'am. We are recording.
Self-learning has been started. And peer teaching, we have a team and we are teaching and we are sharing knowledge like this. So peer teaching is possible. The teaching and learning techniques, the online classes we are using, we are conducting online tests, online assignments, and we are giving online quizzes, webinars, we are getting knowledge. So if we want any person of any skill if required, we can immediately have a webinar and we can get the knowledge. It is very much feasible these days. And we have expertise sharing. If we found any people expertise and we can get the knowledge from them, expertise sharing is possible. And issues, so everywhere there is a issue, and we have to find out to match with some other things. We have issues, the students involvement. We as a faculty, we are very much worried about the students involvement. Yes, because as we are in the classroom, we are able to have an eye contact and we are able to get them. But now we are very much worried about the students involvement. It happens. And then the teacher centric is not here right now. We have transformed to the student centric, and no personal touch is there. We are not able to identify the students' mood swings and other things. We are not able to identify, and the relationship between the students and the teacher is missing to these days. Monotonous, we feel monotonous teaching because we are sitting in front of the gadget and we are keep on teaching, and when we feel monotonous, we need to agree, but even then we have to match up. And no creativity sometimes, and there is a lack of creativity, and we are not able to read the mind of the students. No mind reading, and no indifference. We are not able to find any indifference. So how higher education should be? These are all the challenges. These are all the challenges faced with higher education nowadays. It should be redesigned. Yes, it is redesigned. It is flexible. It should be flexible for the students, student centric, we told, and more innovative and more collaborative. And we now work with all the institutions. We are able to get the knowledge. We, as we have already discussed, we are collaborative and students involvement. And what we expect more is to be interactive. So for that, that is the theme of this particular short term course the organization have made.
Yes, ma'am.
The screen is visible, ma'am?
Screen is not visible, ma'am.
Yes. I'm not able to share the screen now.
Ma'am, any problem?
Yes. Yeah, now it is getting shared. Sharing, right?
Okay, shared, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, and we are very much worried about the student interaction, and we need to have more interaction. So for that sake only we are here today, and in all these 5 days we are going to see how we can make the student more interactive with the available ICT tools, what are all we have. And I'm just going to give you a glimpse of all the ICT, no, not all the, some of them, and many you people have been worked
Yes,
on it
ma'am.
or acquainted to it, and some of these are the Moodle
Screen is
Cloud.
not visible, ma'am.
This is going to be the platform. We can use it. And then we have the Genomia. Isn't for asynchronous teaching. We can use it. It will be a very good site when you go on. It will be very much helpful for that. And we have the talent LMS. It is like a learning
Ma'am, no
platform. We can
problem.
also use it is also an LMS platform. And we have Class Dojo. This is also going to be very good. It is for the very good classroom we can have. And we have a pharma LMS and Classcraft we are going to have. And way on, it is going to be very helpful for the, if any computer science faculties are there, this is going to be very helpful for them because we can monitor their laboratory, how they are doing their lab sessions. We can monitor. It will be very much helpful for the computer science faculties. And we have ed mode. It is going to be very simple, and it is actually going to be free. And we can have all the MCQs here, descriptive things. So everything could be done with the ed modo. And we have Kahoot. It is for the quizzes we can have. We can launch many quiz. And this, we are all very much expert in this Google Classroom. And Socrative, we are going to explore it today. And Nearpod, we'll be exploring this by tomorrow. And quizzes is another, we can use it as an evaluation tool. And Testmos, we can also use this for a test purposes. And classroom screen is going to be very simple. We'll be exploring by tomorrow. And Slido, we'll explore it by today. And Mentimeter, it is going to be very similar to Slido. We can have the quizzes. And this is what we are here. We are going to create a Socrative account for all of us. We can create is very simple as such. Nowadays, creating account for all these steps are very much easy. We are adapted to it. We are going to create a Socrative account, and then we are going to create a quiz and launch the quiz and extracting the report. And we are going to explore Slido. We are going to create an activity and we are going to launch it and extract the analytics of the test. And here we are going to move on to the demonstration. So very simple. Uh, Socrative. So is available. The first one is the student login. So after we have completion of the quiz, we have developed the quiz. The student can log in through here and they can join the test what we have given and we can evaluate them. This is for student purpose. So for us, we need to go for this Socrative. It is a very simple tool we can use and it is going to be we have a paid version also here and we have a free version. So as we all know, some restrictions will be there for free and when we go for paid version, so all the things will be available and we can use it on. But for the basic things and for what we expect, this will be more than enough. We can sign up for free. So the things what we have in the free is that we can have 50 students per room. So we'll be calling it as a room. Yes, like Google Classroom, we'll be given a room. And what it is in the Socrative free version is that we'll be able to have only one room. Yes, and if we go for the paid version, if our institution is taking up, if we go for the paid version, so what can we do is that if we want to conduct any internal test for all the classes at a time, it could be done. So when we are using for our lecture purpose and when we want to have an interaction with our students, this is more than enough. We can go for the free version where we can accompany 50 students per room and we will be able to have we will be able to launch an activity, that is the quiz activity, the interaction. Yes, so monotonously just giving a lecture, we need to have some changes. Means we can go for this Socrative where we can give some quizzes and we can finish our lecture and the last 10 or 15 minutes or 20 minutes, so what we can do is that we can launch the quiz and we can see. So we can prepare a quizzes for the classes for what we're going to give as a lecture, and regarding that if we are going to give some questions based on that and we can post to the students, we can ask the students to join in the test and we can explore how they have understood. It's very easy for us to get to understand what they have understood, and also the monotonous teaching will be eradicated. And we can launch activity on the fly questioning. We can see the questions and how they are responding, and we have the space race assessment also. So we are now here going to login. So teacher login is what we are going to use, and if you are going to sign up now, the signing up process is going to be very simple. The login credential is going to be very simple. We can give a name and other stuffs. We can give our email ID, what we have, and we can use it. Very easy for us to get to understand what they have understood, and also the monotonous teaching will be eradicated. And we can launch activity on the fly questioning. We can see the questions and how they are responding, and we have the space race assessment also. So we are now here going to login. So teacher login is what we are going to use. Is the basic credentials, and we can go for the next. And this is our organization type in which we are. We can choose accordingly what we are. We can choose it accordingly. If it is available, we can choose, or else we can give accordingly. It is not an issue. And what is our role? We can give. And the phone number is going to be optional, and we have to select this. And it will take us to the next page. So this is the account type. We are going for Socrative free or Socrative Pro. So as we have already discussed, free will do. and that's all. We have selected. So all the process, first we have given our basic credentials, and we have chosen about ourselves, whether we are teacher and working and other steps we have chosen, and final we are selecting the account type. Yes, and with this we can give finish, and will be taken to our Socrative environment. We are here. So this is our environment. And the phone number is going to be optional, and we can first explore the environment. Very simple, and we can use it very effectively. Even if it is a very simple interactive tool, we can use it very effectively. And if any queries still this, so as we have already discussed, free will do, and that's all. Do we have any queries to be
Just
answered still
nothing,
this?
ma'am. Whether these tools are paid one, ma'am. Just one participant, Kalpana, have asked a question whether these tools are paid one. And I think
Yes,
you have
ma'am.
given the explanation.
Okay, ma'am. Because I'm in another window. If any important things to be discussed, you can inform me, ma'am. I'm moving to that. Yes.
No problem, ma'am. Yeah.
And this is our environment where we are going to use. This is our name, what we have given, and other things. So we can explore these things. Yes. So we have launch, quiz, rooms, reports, and results. And these things are quiz, space race, exit. These things are for launching the quiz. Okay, after we have developed the quiz or test, whatever it may be. So after we have developed, we can use all these things. And this
Just
is the way we can give the questions.
whether these tools are
And
paid one, ma'am. Just
for a
one
note,
participant,
this
Kalpana, have asked a
Socrative
question
tool we
whether these tools
cannot
are paid
use
one.
for the
And I think you have
descriptive
given the
answers. That
explanation.
is not possible. We can go for the normal slip test and other internal tests like that. We can go for this Socrative tool.
No problem, ma'am. Yeah.
And up to my exploration, I will not encourage you to go for the short answer as it is case sensitive. So when one student is giving in one case and another student is giving in another case sensitive. The sensitivity problem is that the mark will be lost because it is an automation. It will automatically give up the marks. So at that point of time, so I encourage not to go for the short answer, and we can very well do many wonders using this multiple choice and the true or false. It will be wonderful to use. And what about these? First, we can see about quizzes. So this is where we are going to create our questions here. This is where we are going to create our questions. Right now it is fresh. We have not done anything. And this world fact quiz is a template. It is an inbuilt quiz which is having. Other than that, it is fresh. What we create will be stored here. What are all the tests we have created? Everything will be available here. And if we need, we can create a folder also. Very simple as like a system. We create some folders and we keep some no. So if you want, we can create like a second MSc, these folders, these tests, and for a third year BSc, something like that. Whatever we want, we can have the folders and we can have the quizzes. And here what we are going to add the quiz. We are going to develop the quiz. And this is, we call it as rooms. This is the default name. The room name will come default, and if we want we can change the room name, and we are going to give this room name only for the students to log in and work. For the students, they need to have only this room name. Yes, at the start we have seen no the first while the student login, in that student login just they need to open and student login and this room name, that's it. They can start answering. They no need to give all their credentials and add upon and have a login. No steps for them. It is only for the teacher to give all the credential, because we are developing the quiz, they are going to attend the quiz. Okay, this is what we have, and we can share that. Yes, we can share, and it could be shared only when we go for the paid version. So other than that, for the free version, we can give the room name and the student can do. This is about the room. And this tab is about reports. Right now, we don't have any report because we have not launched any quiz and no students has participated. So it is empty. And once when they have participated and they have given, we can see the reports here. And then the tab is about results. So we can see the live results here. So when we have launched the activity, yes, live results will be seen. So what is the very big advantage here is that we can wind up our lecture and we can have this quiz to the students, and how many of them has joined will be displayed, and what is their answers, everything will be displayed. So we can have an interaction. If any student is not able to answer any question, we can find out and we can sort out them and we can help them also. So we feel the student interaction is missing. Here it could be accompanied. Students could interact with you and you will be able to mind read them. We are very much worried. We are not able to mind read. Here we can mind read how the lecture has gone into the student. We can get it and how he has understood. So whenever we are going to develop a lecture, on minimum of 5 questions a day, it will do. 5 questions a day we can develop here, and every day we can post it and we can ask them to work it on it, and we will be able to very well get how they are responding. And if there is any problem with them, we'll be able to guide them. And this is launch. We have already seen how to launch this quiz. We are going to launch it. So now we can go for quizzes, and this is where we are going to create. So this is called add quiz, this button. When we click this, we are getting a pop-up window with two options: create new and import. Create new, very simple, we are going to create. And import is where if anybody has done, your fellow colleagues has done, if they give their room number, we can import that to our room and we can use it. A collaborative work is possible. In Google document and Google slides, what we do, we'll be sharing our work at collaborators. The same way, if anybody has done, we have already seen how to launch this quiz. We are going to launch it. So now we can go for quizzes, and this is where we are going to create. So this is called add quiz, this button. When we click this, we are getting a pop-up window with two options: create new and import. Create new, very simple, we are going to create. And import is where if anybody has done, your fellow colleagues has done, if they give their room number, we can import that to our room and we can use it. A collaborative work is possible. In Google document and Google slides, what we do, we'll be sharing our work at collaborators. The same way, if anybody has done, we have already seen how to launch this quiz. We are going to launch it. So now we can go for quizzes, and this is where we are going to create. So this is called add quiz, this button. When we click this, we are getting a pop-up window with two options: create new and import. Create new, very simple, we are going to create. And import is where if anybody has done, your fellow colleagues has done, if they give their room number, we can import that to I'm our joining in another ID, ma'am. Kindly let me in. Collaborative work
இப்போ
is
இவங்க
possible.
பிரேம் வேற
Google document and Google slides, what we do, we'll be sharing our work at collaborators. The same way, if anybody has done.
just a minute, ma'am. Already
Yes, ma'am.
it is filled with 100 participants. Just a minute, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have rejoined again. No issue, no issue.
No,
I'm
okay,
just
okay, no
no.
problem. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
joined here.
Continue. Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Continue, ma'am. Continue.
Okay, we are here. Yes. Yeah. So we are going to add quiz and create new, which is going to be created by us, a new quiz, an import where we have a fellow teacher who has done. If we want to use them, because if in internal test we'll be using to get the question papers, right? We can you do like that also. That also is feasible here, and we are going to see how to create new is given, and it will be taken us to this page. We are going to start it. So untitled quiz. So we can give whatever
Just a
we are
minute,
right
ma'am.
now, and we can go
Already
for
it is filled with 100
demo.
participants. Just a minute, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have rejoined again. No issue, no issue.
No,
I'm
okay,
just
okay, no problem.
yes,
Yeah,
we
no
have a
problem.
demo here,
Yeah, ma'am,
and
continue,
I
ma'am.
recommend do not go for align quiz to standard because it has a standard format. So, and we have to stick on to it. So, no need. We can have our own creativeness and do not go for align quiz to standard. So, whenever we develop a question and finally everything is over, we have to go for the save and exit. This is the environment. We have to go for save and exit. And this is the enable sharing. We have seen in the previous, right? So, I'll go back and show you, and it will be taken us to this page. We are going to start it. So untitled quiz. So we can give whatever we are right now. We have seen about um, we have seen about import. Yes, we have seen about import in the ad quiz. Yes, import. So we told we can have our fellow teachers quiz also. So that is what is enabled over there. I'll show it you again. This is enable sharing. So when we want to use fellow teachers, they should have been given this enable sharing, and then only we can use their rooms test. We can use that. So here we are giving our green demo. It is given, and we are going to add a question to get started. We can have any question. For example, we can go for multiple choice. So this is the template. So we are very much used to this template in the Google Forms in these days. The same way, like a Google Forms. So we can have our any multiple choice question. And the wonderful things here are that we can make it bold, we can make it italic, we can underline any important words coming, and we can subscript and superscript. That feasibility is also available. And we can go for any basic formulas, and it could be done with the paid version. And we can type our own formula, which is going to be very simple. Yes, and we can have a very simple things over here. So here we are giving our green demo. It is given, and we are going to add. We can type our own questions. What we have, we can have any question. For example, we can go for multiple choice. So this is the template. What is the? We can give anything. What is the disease we are afraid of now, or something like that? So we can have our any multiple choice. Yes, the question is ready, and we can give our options. We can underline any important words coming, and we can subscript and superscript. That feasibility is also available. We can go for the next options, and we have to select the correct answers. So the correct answer will be selected as green, and once if they have given the correct answer, it will be used by the automatic thing, and we'll be getting their values. So COVID, dengue, and other things, whatever we want, we can have. We can type our own questions. What we have, we can have any question. For example, we can go for multiple choice. So this is the template. What is and the it no need to restrict with these options. If you want to add any more options, we can do it. That is feasible over here. That is the advantage. And we have to select our perfect option. And if you wish to give any explanation regarding this, I'm asking about pandemic disease. will be given. This is the information about this particular question. If you want to give any information about this particular question or any explanation, something like that, we can add here, which is not available in the Google Forms. We can do it here. And the first question is ready. And if you want to add a question, yes, we can add a question. Can go for true or false. So next question has come. This is in the true or false format. The advantage here, another advantage, we can add image also. First one also, if you want to add the image, for every question, if you want to add an image, you can add. That is also feasible. So you can go for that particular one. We can have any images. So if we want to use, is it a Olympic symbol? We want to ask like this. We have to select the correct one. And here also, if you want to add any explanation, you can add. The points will be given here automatically. You can see the points. Like this, you can add how many questions if you are in need of, you can add many more questions. Like this, you can add. And if you do not want, you can leave it off. This is the way of giving the questions. And once if you feel this is over, as it is demo, we can make it give save and exit, which is available here. Always we save and then only we'll be able to exit. We are giving save and exit. And now we can see the first when we have opened, we had only the world facts quiz, which is the template which is available inbuilt. And here what this is what we have developed. So in quizzes, so what are all the quiz we are developed, everything will be listed over here. We can see what all things we have developed, and something which has been done in thrown onto the trash also could be seen here. And when we click on this, we will be able to see this. And when we want to add any more or edit any more, when we click on this symbol, we can do it. If you want to add a picture to this first question we want to do, and if you don't want, we need to remove something like that. If you want, we can also enlarge it. Yes, so all these things are possible. We can edit that again if we want, and we can give save and exit again. This is what our quiz will be available. And we have seen these rooms. And if you want, we can change our room name also whenever we want. We can change our room name according to the class what we are taking. We can do it. So these room names are not available. So what we have, those things only is available. These are all the very simple hiccups um, see in this free version. Yes. So this is the room name. So when I want to launch, so we feel that quiz is ready. Yes. So when we want to launch, three options are there. The first, this is called as a launch quiz. Yes. And we have to choose the quiz first of all. The quiz list is available here. With this, we can fetch it up. Yes, this is the inbuilt we told, and this is what we have developed. So we are choosing it. Yes, and we are giving next. And we have delivery methods and settings. The first is the instant feedback, and next open navigation. They can go through the questions, and finally is the teacher based. If we want to have it in our hand, and we want to, so suppose we are in the Google Meet classroom, and we want to show the questions one by one, and when we wish up to which to have it in our paste, we can do it. So we are in the Google Meet, and we can we can start a quiz. The first question will be posted, and we can say only these people have done, only you, this have done, and what is the problem. So shall we go for the second question? So all these conversation we could have, and this is open navigation and instant feedback and other things. So you can go for open navigation or whatever it may be. It require names is available. If you want, you can shuffle your questions. If we want, we can
Excuse,
shuffle our answers. Yes, ma'am.
excuse me, ma'am. It's already clear, but still there is a question. Ma'am, kindly repeat the procedure and step by step again so that I can note it down in order to create and apply easily.
Yeah, sure. I'll come back. I'll come back. No issues.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, we are going for the previous things. So, uh, could I have the clarification of developing the quiz? I want to repeat the step, or in launching.
I think launching procedure is clear.
Launching, yet to have
Just,
many things to be done, ma'am. In launching, we are now in the launching state.
yeah.
So, could that person make me clear what I want to repeat?
Just a minute. Shanti Muthusamy, I think you are here. Ma'am is asking in what part of the procedure you have the doubt.
I want to show you the adding of quiz things again. No issues. I'll be showing you or launching. So anyway, no issue. So this is where our page. This is our test name. Whatever the test name you want, we can give it over
Hello,
here.
madam. Madam.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm Beulah from Porayar. I just
Yes,
want to
ma'am.
know how you added the image in the
Ah,
quiz.
yes, ma'am. Let me do it again. So, if I want to have any true or false question, something like that. So, whenever we give any question, we can see a place here which is showing. If you want, we can add the image, or else no need. So, in this
Okay.
question, I added an image I need. But in
Okay,
this
madam.
question, I don't want anything, so I have not done. So to add that, it's very easy for us to make it, just to have a click on it. And if we have any images with ourselves, we can use it on the images. What are all you have? If you want to have this joystick, we can just use that, clicking on the plus, and if we have, we can use it, or else we have to get downloaded and we can use it, and we can have a question also.
Good evening,
Is
ma'am.
it
I'm
a
Beulah from
joystick?
Porayar. I just want to know how
Is it
you
a
added
joystick?
the
Like that
image
we can
in the
ask,
quiz.
and we have to pick up the answer. So now it is ready. If you want to give any explanation regarding this, we can also say, we can give a clue or something, or give an explanation. We can give it as it is an input device. We can say it is an input device. Like this, we can help the student also to approach the question. So this is then additional options we have here. In this also, if we need to add in the explanation part of, if you need to have any image, very well we can do it. And but certain things, as I told, it comes in the paid version. So for the question, you can have it in the free version itself. So with this, we can launch for the interaction purpose during the lectures. As we feel it is monotonous, that will be could get it off. So with this, it is the if we feel a question is ready, we can go for save and exit, so it will be saved. So and then, so our test is ready. And now if we want to launch it to our students, we have three things. First is a quiz, and we can choose a quiz. We have two steps to launch a quiz. The first one, it is going to be, we have to choose a quiz. We can give the name and we can search, or the list will be available. With that, we can choose. We can choose it, and we can go for the next step. Here also we have three different things. Instantly you need the feedback or open navigation for the students we are going to allow, or we are going to have it as a
Gayatri
teacher
ma'am,
based.
one more question. Sorry for the interruption.
No issues,
Uh,
ma'am.
Ma'am, can we insert figures in question one after we have typed question two?
Yeah, very well we can do. Very well we can do. Yes, how to do means we have to go for the quizzes and we have to go for our quiz. So this is the quiz what we have developed, and you can find this symbol. So that will be again in the editing mode. It will come back to the editing mode. And if we want to add, we can add the image. If we have any image with us available, we can do it, or we need to download from that and we have to pick up that image. Very simple. So
Thank you,
this
ma'am.
is how we have to add. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And if it is done, you feel it is done, again you need to give save, because we have gone with because we have given that pen symbol which is called as editing. And if you want to change the image also, I don't want this image. Yes, you can very well remove the image. Everything is possible. So it is user friendly. It is user friendly, very simple to use. We can very well use it and we can make the interaction. So we can see the highlight has come now, quiz saved. So our quiz will be saved. So very well, with the launching process, we are finding the quiz and we are going for the next step, three ways. And we again go for open navigation. It requires the names from the user. If you want, we can shuffle our questions. Yes, possible. We can shuffle the answers also, and maybe if we feel the ABC, they are easily sorting it out. If we want, we can shuffle our answers. And if you want to show the final score to them instantly, you can show, or else you no need to check it on it. And one attempt. So some will be used with only with the paid version, and some will be available. And then if we give start, so the activity is getting started. Yes, this is the page where we can see after launching. And as of now, zero class total. Nobody has participated, and this is waiting for the results. You can see. And when this is available, we can see the reports also. Yes, and could you uh, could you all try once and we can see the results? Ma'am, can we have a try, or the tried one shall I show? Like the
Participants,
participants can try, or shall I show the done one for this reports and results and all? So
some persons are trying, I think so, ma'am.
to join, it is going to be very simple. Arun Prasad, that is the thing you have to join. Let me give it in the chat box also. Yes, the name what you have to give is this one, and you have to join. So you have to go for Google and give Socrative. This is what we need to give Socrative. So here the student login. We have to give the student login,
Some persons are trying, I think
and we
so,
have
ma'am.
to give the name. And we have to give this join. And we have to give our name to join. Yes, the student, they have to give their name because we need to value them. We have to give a name and we have to give done. Yes, this is where the student. So when you see this only, you will be able to see how the student will be able to see your quizzes. This is what they, this is where they will be. So I have logged, so I have, I need to log in again. And we have to give the name. And we have to give this join. So this is where I am. And you can see here 13. So 13 members have joined for this particular quiz, and you can see their results. So this is what I am. I have joined, and you can see my response. I have not done anything. Yes, I have not done anything. Just you can have a try and you can see just how the environment. So just you can have a try so that you will be able to understand how the people will be there, how they will be using the student, how they will be using, we will be able to understand. And we can get our class total, how many people have joined, and for the first thing how many have given the answer, and for the second how many has given the correct answer. So we will be able to understand the difficulty ratio, the difficulty percentage of the students, in where, in what topic they are lacking of, we are able to see. Here it will be enabled because we have enabled all these things. So show names, it will be showing the name, responses, about the responses, the results we'll be able to see. And we can also make the people to call upon and say, just join the quiz and answer. We will be, it will be interactive. And we can also ask them, it is just for a trial. We can also ask them why these things are wrong, or what is the problem, in what way you're not able to understand. So the monotonous feeling will be somewhat eradicated through this Socrative quiz. For all lectures we can develop, as we said, a question of 5 or 10. So with that we can interact with the student, we can find them how attentive they are and what is the problem they are encountering. And we also can record all these things for our purpose, for any knack or something, what are all the tools you are using and how you are evaluating your students then and there. So we can have this as a evidence. I can show this as a evidence. It is possible. Yes, so we can show these results, and we will be having this result. We have seen a column of the reports. So it will be available with the date, time, what we have done. Everything will be there, and each and every student's response will be there, and we can submit this as a report. It is very much feasible, and we do no need to worry about the document what we need to support during those time. This could be very well done, and we can score good marks saying that we have interacted very well. Like this we can see the students how they are responding. So if we want to finish it off, and if you want to give any prescribed time within this only they have to finish, something like that, it is in our hand. We can control. If we give finish, further people will not be able to join. So this will be able to very well understand for you, I think, how to monitor your students response. With this you can monitor your students response, and once you click on finish, it will be asking, this will end response, that is further people will not be able to join. When we go for any time criterion based things, we can use this very easily. We can finish it off, so the activity gets finished. So we can share this results, we can export this result. Very well it could be done. Very well it could be done. So total 21 has participated. This is the best ratios, the correct ratios. We can very well do this. And when we go for this reports, yes, we have given this quiz, and by this is what I told, everything will be given with time and date. We can very well show this is going to be our results. We want to show the names, it will show the names, show the responses, and show the results, it will be showing the results. And if you want to share, available with the paid version, If you want to export, we can export. So if you want to have an individual student PDF, the result summary PDF, everything will be downloaded or mailed, or you can save it in the drive. So all possibilities are available. You can save all these tests in your drives so that on the submission time you can do it, and you can very well use it for the internal assessments. You can use this. Then and there daily, you'll be posting five questions, and internally you can assess them very well. If you want to see the individual students PDF, so the report is getting prepared, and we can see the individual students report how they have responded. So it is getting downloaded. So it has been downloaded in the zip format. And likewise, we need to have the complete result Excel. That is also is possible. That also, if you want, we can download that. This is going to be the complete report. And when you click on that complete report, you'll be able to receive it that in the Excel format very clearly what are all the things done. And this could be saved and could be uh, provided as an evidence how we have interacted with the students. So this is the name of the quiz, what time, this is the room name, what we have given. This is going to be the result. The student name, their ID, if you were given the column, it could be added, the scores, what they have, and what are the things we have asked them. Everything is available. So it is going to be a complete report for our assessment. We can provide this. We can see, and report will be generated, the time and date, everything. So for the evidence purpose, it is going to be work wonderfully how we have interacted with the students. We can very well show how we are interacted. And this is going to be the each and every individual student's response. If you need to have and if you need to submit for the each and every student, we can do this. Hope this is very well fine for us. What is the name? It is just a demo what we are doing. The student name and what is the room name what we have and what date we have conducted and how much they have done. What is the question they have answered. So for the sample documentation, we can very well keep this, which is going to enhance our points for the NAC. It will be very much useful. Like this, we can have any number of students record. We can have any number of students record. So all the students, we can have it as like this. Yes. So documentation will be very simple, and the interaction also will be very good. This is what where we are. We can download all the results. So this is how we can use this. So this is the page where we have created our quiz and launch, and monotonously the same quiz, and we can have a difference, and we can give the same quiz, and we can get the settings also. And teams, we can create some teams within the class, that is called space race. We can give the names. So for example, if we need to have two teams, okay, so we can auto assign to the students for the two things, two teams, or you can leave it for the student choice. They can choose, and within these things they have to choose the rocket, something like that. And we can have the countdown, but it is available in the pro feature. We can have like this. If we want, we can shuffle the question, shuffle the answer. If we want to show the final score to them, we can show the final score to them. The names will not be there because we are going for the teams, how we are using. So this is another way of launching the quiz. We can separate the class into some teams. Some innovative way we are trying to interact or to be attentive or something to to keep pace with the students. So we can go for this also. This is also is feasible. So this is about the basic Socrative things. And if we need to have any clarification regarding this, we can have it on, and then we can move on with the next.
Some of the questions posted, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we use this in Android phone, ma'am?
Yeah, very well we can use, but certain restrictions will be there, no? Because when we use on with the desktop and laptop and other things, the environment will be very user friendly. When we go on with the phone, we need to be able to manage with some of the hiccups. That is the problem. Otherwise, we can very well try.
Yes. Kalamani, I think you will be satisfied with the answer. And one more question is that,
Tapassum has raised a hand.
yeah, Tapasum, are you here? You can ask Tapasum.
Yeah,
Are
yes,
you
ma'am.
here? Ah, yeah, you
How
can
the
ask.
student will answer the questions? Can they use an Android phone or can they use this iPhone for answering
Yeah,
questions?
for student it will be very easy because they are going to answer the questions alone. We, the tutors only, we are going to develop a question so that only I told it will be very easy to do it in the laptop or desktop. For the students, for them, the phone is very well easy for them. Just you give the room name, that particular name, what we have developed. If we share to them, very simply they can go for the student login, and very well they can give the name and they can start up. It will be asking, it will be prompting for the student's name because we need to identify. They have to give the name, and very well they can join the quiz.
You can ask
We have demonstrated that also. So it will be very easy for the students to log in only with that name. They can join. Very simple for them. Android phone is very well easy for them. We can very well do that. For us to develop, we can go for this. And Kalpana ma'am, the maximum number of questions, there is no limitation for the question. We can have any number of questions. As I told, we can have it for the internal assessment. So we can go to the number of questions what we are required of. We can very well use Dr. Kalpana ma'am.
how will you
And
evaluate the quiz? There is one more question, Shanti Muthusamy. The
evaluation is,
evaluation of the
yes, ma'am.
quiz.
Evaluation is that when we develop the question, we are giving the options, which is going to be right, true, or false, or whatever it may be. And I told we have one more option, that is short answer, but that is little case sensitive. So the students might lose their mark because as it is case sensitive. So very well we can go for the MCQ and the true or false. As we develop the quiz, we are going to select which is going to be the correct option. And when they answer, it will be going to be, we can very well have the results. This is a page where we are seeing the reports or other
How will
things.
you evaluate the quiz? There is one more question,
We
Shanti
can see
Muthusamy.
their names, we can see their responses.
The quiz.
Yes, with this is the score what they have attained. So with this we can evaluate. And how to log in Socrative for the teacher, we can log in. We have to give the login credentials. I have shared the tutorial. It is with the organizers. They'll be sharing you. So in that you can see how to log in. It is a very simple process, a three-step process. We are going to give our the credentials and our administration credentials, and we can right now start with it. between the Google Forms and Socrative, the difference is that the Google Forms, it could be launched at the time, but if we want, we can in between our lectures we can launch it, and it will be something interactive rather than our Google Forms. It is going to be interactive. We can have the images if we want. We can go for true or false options, and we can have the informations also related to any questions. If you want to give any information, we can go for that. An exit ticket is another way of using, that is we have space race, that is we are defining as teams. Yes, Karthik Ramu, sir, exit ticket is another way of using that, and each and everything, it is a different way of using the quizzes. And then we can add roll number or student ID name. Yes, we can very well use it on. That is, we are going to give the name. So when we need to add their roll numbers, we can ask them to add for the roll numbers also. It is feasible. And how the quizzes will be sent to students, how they will approach us means, we are giving that name. I have given that Arun Prasad that name. Like that, whatever name you are launching, when you develop your Socrative login, it will be asking for your first name and your second name. The second name will be taken as such, and we can give to them. And accordingly they can join using that name itself, or anything, any code could be used, any name could be used, or whatever it may be. With that they can very well join, and they can attend, and we can see how they are attending. Is it okay, Karthik Raja sir? And
I think one more Selvam sir has raised his hand.
many things are there, ma'am. I'm going on one
Yeah.
by one.
Okay,
And
okay, no problem, ma'am.
yes, ma'am. Steffi JK, how to log in Socrative is that I have told the login and credentials we can use it on. And the student login is very much simple. They can give the name, and they can go for student login and can very well join. And very very simple process for student. They have to give their name, and right away they can go for the quiz, and they can very well use the quiz. Is it okay, Steffi, ma'am? I think. And Subir Kawas, how can we add roll number? Yes, instead of giving the name, if they want to give their roll number, they can give their roll number. They can use it. Subir Kawas, sir. And Bhuvana Mani, Google Forms and Socrative, I told it right now. We can very well add images. We can very well add the explanation, and to have an interaction we can share all these things. How many students have answered, like that. It is going to be an assessment tool. That is what Swaminathan sir. And can we upload many MCQs at one go? Yes, we can upload. Like we have to give add question, like that. If we go on adding the question mean, we will be able to add a lot of MCQs at one go. We can do it. We can do it, Shekhar Sarkar sir. And Sivasundari ma'am, is there any restrictions? Yes, ma'am, we have a restrictions. We can use of 50 students at a maximum. We can do it. Sivasundari. And Kalpana, maximum number of questions, and we don't have any restriction. Official Santi Muthuswamy, ma'am, to evaluate the quiz. This is the page where we are going to evaluate the quiz. This is where evaluation is done, and we can have their scores. And if we need to have an individual student report, we can very well take the individual student for reporting purpose. This will be very much useful. We have it thing over here, and who has participated, and what was the question, and how they answered. So everything will be clearly mentioned. So this we can use it for the evaluation process. Shall we use an Android phone? Yes, very well. We can use. How the ID can be added instead of the names, we can go for the IDs. Official Santi Muthuswamy, ma'am, to evaluate the quiz. Any more? Ma'am, can we insert figures in question? Yes, we can very well add the figure in between. And we can have their score. And we need to have an individual. Does anybody has raised
Yes,
hand? Karthik Raja. Karthik Raja.
Ma'am,
Karthik
yes,
Raja.
ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah.
One doubt, ma'am.
Karthik Raja, sir. Good evening, sir.
Ma'am,
Yes, sir.
it's nothing,
Yes,
ma'am.
sir.
If in Google Forms, once after the questions have been created, it will be converted as a link. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
In the same way, if in this also, if we added questions and if I have completed, will it be created as a link, or how can I send these two students, ma'am, through WhatsApp or some other things?
Very well. Only the room name, sir. Only the room name. Because as a teacher, when you start with the Socrative, when you sign up, it will be asking for your first name and second name. Your second name. That is more.
Yes,
That is
ma'am. He told that.
enough. That's second name alone. If you use Karthik as your first name and Raja as your second name, Raja is going to be the code. You can
Yes,
give
ma'am.
that alone, and they can click and they can go for the student login. They can click the student login, and they have to give Raja, and then they have to proceed. What is the hiccups here is that at a time one test alone could be made. If you are doing
Okay.
for second MSc student, if we have created, we are launching the quiz, only that particular students will be able to use it, because in that particular room only that particular test will be available. You can develop any number of tests and you can have it in your Socrative, but one test at a time could be posted and result could be gathered. Once that is over, you can launch the next quiz. You can have any number of quiz in your Socrative, but at a time one quiz alone could be sent to the students, and we can evaluate them.
Yes, ma'am. Well
Only
understood,
the
ma'am.
name
Thank you.
alone, only the name alone is needed.
Yes, ma'am.
Using that name they can very well join. We no need to worry about any link and all, no need to have any link and all. The name itself is very much so. This is what I told. Daily you can have an interactive test with your students after our lecture. It very well was because the same name only, and they can, after the lecture, for the last 5 or 2 minutes, they can join, and they can very well have the test daily. It will be a very helpful practice for us, and we can submit as a record also in the NAC. We are interacting continuously with the students, and these are the reports. Like that, we can submit also.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Yes,
Karthik Raja, sir.
participants, shall
Yes,
we
ma'am.
proceed with the next two? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Well
Um,
Yes, ma'am, we can move on. If
yeah, we
anything to be
can.
clarified also, we can clarify it at
Yeah,
the
yeah, at the
last.
end of the session. Yes, ma'am. You can move on.
At the last, we can move on with the clarification again. And now we can move on to the next. That is also is going to be a very easy and a simple interactive tool. And this is what we have. This is our environment. Okay, Slido, sli.do. Yes, I'll show you one more time.
yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Can go for
Thank you so much.
Slido.
Yes, participants, shall we proceed with the next two?
I'm just giving on slide. We can very well see this sli.do.
Yeah, we can.
We can move on to that.
Yeah, yeah, at the end of the session. Yes, ma'am.
So
You can move on.
here, when we are joining as a participant, so after we have developed, we will be getting a code here. They can use that code very well here. The student, we are going to give them the code, and the student is going to join as a participant, and they will be giving the code here. Yes, and this is what we have. This is our NV. That is what they are going to join. The students are going to join. And this is our interaction hub for the hybrid meetings. We can have interaction. We can engage our participants with the live polls. We can engage. We can have the question and answers, quizzes, and we can very well have the word clouds, whether we are office, online, or in between, whenever. So in between our class also, we can go, and it is very much free. Get started quickly, we can go to that, and directly very well we can use it. And very, very simple for us. If we have our Google accounts, we can sign up with Google. So we can see here. So joining as a participant, the participant, they don't need any account. Directly they can join using the code what we have. And for us, we can very well use any accounts what we have, any Google accounts what we have. Just clicking on the Google account, we will be taken to develop the quiz or pool. We can have live pool, everything we can have. And we are getting redirected. We will be able to develop. For the students, they want to get started, they don't need to go for these steps also. Directly with the code what we get after developing the question, they have to give that alone and they can join. Yes, this is where we have. This is our environment. Analytics is what? So after we have given the test, if you want to see their responses, that is what the analytics here. What are the active events right now? What are the questions we have given? What are the poll votes, polls, the interaction votes per poll? So everything could be seen, and we have the days also. We can see up to 1 year all the things what we have done, and custom range also is available. We can see what all things we have done. And again we can export, that is we can download our reports what we have got, and very well we can use it for the NAC submission for purposes. We can do it. It is very much available. So we are in the events. So when you click on this create Slido, you have from scratch, from templates and present now. So we are going to develop, or we are going to use any templates, or we are going to run it now. This is what we are going to have. And Slido could be used with Google Slides, with PowerPoint, with Microsoft Teams, and many more, WebEx meetings. Yes, many more. So if you want to create a Slido, we want to give in the event name. Yes, and it's the code with which we are going to share with our students. And when they have this code, they can very well join. It will take up to a place. The event is going to be created. We can create. This is the page which tells us we can start doing. So if we want to have any word clouds or something like that, we can go for word cloud, we can go for multiple choice, we can go for quizzes, we can go for any rating, can go for any open text. The students, when they want to give any open text, yes, they can give any open text. So first, when we have to try with any word cloud, if we select that word cloud, if you want to ask the students anything, what would you like to ask? List any ICT tools. Yes, and we can give, they can give multiple answers, and any filter if you want we can have. The character limit we can set. If you want to increase the character limit also we can increase. And here also if we need to add any image, that could be done, but which is available with the pricing. For free we can have like this. And if you want to launch this activity, and we want to try immediately, so in between the lecture if you want to do like this, we can give launch. And participants, you can join with this code. I'll give you this code. You can see the response, how it works. any ICT tools. Yes, and they can give multiple answers. Yes, using that we can go for a Slido as I told. The limit we can set if you want to increase the character limit also we can increase. Yes, it is available. And if I want to deactivate, I could stop with this. We can just see how many people are joining. This will show you the students, how many students has joined. And if you want to launch this activity, and we try immediately. Just go for Slido and then just log in with this particular number. You will be able to join. And we can see how many participants have joined also. And participants, you can join with this code. I'll give you this code. Yes, one has joined as given as idea as Slido Socratic. You can see the results there and there. Yes, this will be very much interactive with the student. Participants, could you kindly join and we'll be able to form a very wonderful cloud when everybody are doing. Yes, two-person has joined. So this forms a word cloud. Yes, we can see. Yes, it is available. And if I want to deactivate, I could stop with this. We can see the results. How many has joined and how many has given their ideas. Just a try to form a word cloud. We are doing it here. Just log in with this particular number. We can see how it works and we'll be able to know how it is going to work. We can see how many participants have joined as given as we can see here 12 has joined and you can see the cloud is getting the word cloud is getting cells there and there. Yes, this will be very much interactive with the student. Could you participants could you kindly join and we'll be able to form a very so we can see how many votes have been given for how many person has joined for Socrative one vote for class kick one vote class doge one vote. Great. Getting one word. Thank you so much. And slide on Socrative, we are getting one. Kahoot, we are getting one. Edmodo, we are getting one. No, Genomia, we are getting one. Classroom screen. Great presentation. Thank you. So like this forms the word cloud. We are able to see. Is the cloud is visible? Able to see the cloud? How it is getting formed? Like this, we can ask our students about what all things happen, and we can see here how many participants has joined and how they are giving. So like this, it will be very much easy for the students in their pace how to join to this Slido interactiveness. We can see. So and with this, we can, if we wish to stop, we can go for the deactivate pool. We can deactivate. One vote for class kick, one vote, class doge, one vote. Great. Getting one word. Thank you so much. And slide on Socrative, we are getting one. Kahoot, we are getting one. Edmodo, we are getting one. No, we can go for the analytics and we can see now. First, it was nothing, and now we can see the word cloud is here. This is the word cloud, and 21 has joined. This is going to be the answer word cloud. 21 people has joined, and this give active participants. So participant, how many has joined means 25 has joined, but how many engagements or how many has given their values means 21. And you can see how many has not done. And we are not given any questions. We are given the polling. So polls with the interaction, votes per poll. So one people can give one vote. So and with this, we can, if we wish to stop, we can go for the deactivate poll. We can deactivate. So this is what we have as a result. And if you want to export this, we can give download export and we can select how you need to download. So some are with the paid versions and again, and some are with the not free things. So these are all the possibilities also to download our reports. We can have our reports or very well we can place this itself how we have done. how many has joined means 25 has joined, but how many engagements for how many has given their values means 21. So if you want to share this link with the participant, they can use. And if you want to use the QR code, that also is feasible. They can very well go for the QR code just to scan and work it on. And inviting collaborators also is available. If you want to invite your co-colleagues and your co-workers and everyone to work together, that is also is possible. And and how you want to present it with the Google slide, we can do with the PowerPoint. We will be able to do that. And some others, Microsoft Teams. As we told, we can work with the WebEx, Microsoft Teams. You can very well work some of the free things. So these are all the possibilities also to download our reports. We can have our reports, or very well we can. And if you want to have any more, from we are going to have another new Slido. Very well, we can have any number of things. Demo one. So if you want to schedule also, you can schedule. This is where we can schedule the date when we have to start and when we have to end. We can schedule our Slido also. So that is also is possible. And inviting collaborators also is available. If you want to invite your co-colleagues and your co-workers and everyone to work together, that is also. And presenting now is then and there. If you want to interact with the students, it is more feasible. Not only word cloud, we have some other option. We can explore some other options also right now. Teams, as we told, we can work with the WebEx, Microsoft Teams. You can very well work some of the free things. So these are all the possibilities also to download our reports. We can have our reports, or very well we. And if you want to, we are getting it done. We are going to have environment is getting ready. Yes. Very well, we can have any number of. So if you want to this is the code where the people could join, you can have it here. So when you want to have multiple choice or word cloud, we have seen. We can schedule the date when we have to start and when we have to. If you want to go for any rating, whatever it may be, we can do. This also is possible. And we go for rating. So when you want to ask your students or something like that, and when you want to ask here, we can ask. And presenting now is then and there. If you want to interact with how you feel. Not only word cloud, we have some other options. We can explore some other options also right now. Pandemic forced us to use ICT. Yes, if you want, we can ask them. Maximum value 5, we can make it. It is by default, and we can alternate also. And if you want to launch immediately, if you want to launch and get it in between our classes, we can do it launch. And now the quiz is getting ready. Yes, and we can very well join. For any rating, whatever it may be, we can do. And we can answer. You can have this QR code also. With that, you can join, and you people can start answering. Like that. And when you want to ask, here we can ask. This is what you have to join. The code is how you feel 352982. This is what we need to join. Pandemic us 352982 is what you need to join. Classes, we can do it launch. And now the quiz is getting ready. When you join, you can tell how it is getting done and how many people are in the pool right now and how they are responding. Everything will be feasible to us. 352982. Directly you can join. You can go for sli.do, and then if you give this code, you will be able to see. Code also. With that you can join. Yes, this is what the result we are getting. And if you want to stop, you can stop it here. And this is what the 6 people has joined. The code is, and they have given us results. 3529. The highest score is going to be for 4. That is what it is given here. can see the polling results. 352982. Able to see how many has joined and how many are giving their ideas. When you join, it can how it is getting done and how many people are in the pool right now and how they are responding. Everything will be even view 352982. Directly you can join, you can go. And now we have this one. And then if you give this code, you will be able to see. Yes, this is what the result we are getting. And if you want to stop, you can stop it here. Certain has joined. 6 people has joined. And 69 change. And you stop and stop. Deactivate poll. If you want to add also, we can do. We have tool. And again, if you want to create any pool, we can do it here. And very well, if you want to go for another thing present, now we can see, we can explore other things also. The environment is getting ready, and now the code is this 828781. This is going to be the code 828781. Let me give it in the chat box and what we are going to use. We are here and we are going to create what we are going to create. If you want to create open text or rating quiz or whatever it may be, what we wish we can do. Everything is going to be very simple. Quiz question. What we wish to ask, we can ask. Is ICT tools are user friendly? If you want to have the timer also, you can have in how many seconds they want to answer. Okay, within that particular time they want to answer, we can have it. And if you want to have a leaderboard also, who is leading within that particular time, we can have it. And we can have the options, adding the options. Is ITT tools are user friendly? They can have their options. We are here. And we are going to create what we are going to create. If you want to create open text or rating quiz or user friendly, if you want to say fine, you can say. Everything is going to be and not known. If you are not able to say your options not known, that could be done. And not fine could be another option or whatever it may be. And if you want, you can add any more things. You can add any more. If you want to have the timer I have told, and this we can see how it is getting work, and you can see how your students are going to use it, because you are setting the timer here, and you're going to see the leaderboard also. I'm launching it now, and we can select any option. We need them to say fine. Yes, we have to say, we have to check the answers. Yes, we are telling now, I am expecting them to say fine, because we need to acquaint it to it. So I expect them, my students, to say IC2 user friendly only. So, and now I am going to launch this. Save only. You can save it and you can schedule whenever. We have options. We are doing this right now, everything. In between lectures, we can do like this. And if you want to be scheduled at any particular time, we can go for schedule. At that point of time, we can go for the save option. So it will be saved and we can use it at that particular point. And now I am launching here. And yes, I'm asking you to join the quiz. And that is the code is given there. You can just join directly by giving as SLIDO, and we can join how it is getting done. I'm launching it now, and we can select any option. We need them to say fine. Yes, we have to say, we have to check the answer. So these people has joined the quiz. The names displayed here are the people who has joined the quiz. My students to say IC2 user friendly only. Because once they get in, they have to give their names and they'll be joining, and that will be displayed here. With this, we can identify who are all the students have joined and who has not joined. The participants who has joined will be coming here. the number of participants, and the overall the students who have joined will be available here. We can see for all joined quiz, we will be able to see. And that is the code is given there. You can just join directly by giving as SLIDO, and we can join how it is getting done. So with this, we can find out how our students has joined. We can find out. So these people has joined the quiz. The names displayed here are the people who has joined the quiz. Because once they get in, they have to give their names and they'll be joining, and that will be displayed here. And here we can see again how many has joined. Have joined and who has not joined. And now I want to deactivate the quiz. I have to finish it off. The number of participants. And this is where we can see how many has done. Arun Karthik ICT tools. We can see. I think tools are fine. They are able to give their things. This is what we can see it here. And if you want to activate again, and some other days after, if you want to activate and we want to do, and we want to redo again, we can do it again. Giving this activate quiz, we can very well do it again. And now I want to create another one, create pool. And now I want to go for multiple choice. And we wish to ask is, and here we can see again how many is Slido useful, or something like that. We can add the options because it is useful for the assessment purpose, and we can select the correct answer also. Not, probably, something like that. Any things. So if you want to select multiple options also we can do. And if you launch, and if you want to activate again, and some other days, and now if you want to activate and we want to do, this is the next one, and we want to redo again, we can do it again. Giving this activate, yes, quiz, some are giving useful. We can see the results immediately. How many are giving, and we can see the persons who has joined. How many number of persons have joined the polling, and what is their response, and we want to get the response from the students, or how about the class, the difficultiesness of the class, or something like that. If you want to get any instant feedback, this will be very well helpful for us to get the feedbacks. And the students also when we keep on having some interactive tools like this Slido, Socket, and many are available. We all know many things. Mentimeter is there, and quizzes are there, many things. And we went to go, and when we keep on doing like this means there'll be some interaction, and for us also for the assessment it will be very easy for us to assess the student, and also for the and documentation purpose, on for the proof purpose, we can very well have these as a proof also. So we can very well use, create, and if you want to have anything, word cloud or whatever it may be, we can use. And if you want to stop with this 16 people, it is enough, we can deactivate the pool. How many number of persons have joined the polling, and what is their, these are all the previous one what we have seen, previous quizzes, the difficultiesness of the class, or something like that. If you want to get any instant feedback, this will be very well helpful for us to get the feedbacks. And the students also when we keep on, yes, having we have given a quiz, that is ICT tools are user friendly, Mentimeter is there, and quizzes are there, many things. And we went to, and we have asked about is Slido useful, and for us also for the assessment. And if you want, we can edit that also for the future use. If you want to edit, we can edit that, and we can use it again. Everything could be edited again. We can duplicate it, we can edit it. So all these are possible. Anything, word cloud or whatever it may be, we can use. And if you want to with this 16 people, this has been not done, deactivate the pool. And if you want to see the results. It is possible to see the result. These are all the previous one what we have seen, previous quizzes. Yes, okay. Analytics. What are all the event? Because we had a question event also, and we had the pooling event also, and what all the things we had, it will be available. Everything we'll be able to see and how much people have answered for everything. So we'll be able to present this particular sheet itself for our future reference of our report. It is possible. We can duplicate it, we can edit it. To answer questions, can we schedule the quiz? Yes, ma'am, Mahalakshmi ma'am, we can schedule the quiz. We can very well schedule it. As we have told, and if you want to see the results, it is possible to see the result. New Slido. Yes. When you click on this new Slido, what happens means it will schedule when it has to start and when it has to end. It will be given. And if you want to invite your collaborators, because if you are going to have any slip test, something like that, for that if you are going to have any brush up with any simple things, your all class teachers, you can do it together. You can invite the collaborators and you can frame any 5 or 10 question, and at a time you can distribute to all of your classes. So for that you can schedule the event also when it has to be done. We can do it, and after giving it us, we can, when we give schedule Slido, so it will be scheduled very well. We can do that. How many students are joined in the Socrates quiz? It is available. Um, we can see the analytics, how many has done and how many has not done. It will be given here, how many has done. So we had made 3 active events, 16 has answered for this questions, and polling votes 51 has done. Like this we can get how many people has done. It is possible for us. We can find it out. Kavita ma'am, I made you clear, I hope. And any more clarification regarding this Slido? It is open to you. You can ask your queries. So the Slido is going to be very much helpful for you to have an interaction with your students, how they have understood. If you want to get then and there response from them, it is very much helpful for us. If you want to have the if you want to check up whether they are available or not, you can immediately give a poll. You can ask any random question immediately and you can give a poll to them, and very well they'll be attentive. Yes, and they'll be alert. If you have a practice of like this giving many assessment like this, they'll be attentive enough, and they'll be and you can say them very finely also, and these will be taken as your assessment, and they will also will be there, and they will also will enjoy ultimately, because we can creatively do many things with these assessment tools. We can creatively make it up, and students will very well enjoy this. Any more clarifications? You can clarify it, and let me help you with what I can.
Participants?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible, ma'am. Participants, do you have
Yeah,
any doubt?
okay, fine.
Yeah, there's a question, ma'am.
Well, very useful movie practice. Yes, yes, it is. It is going to be very simple, Subir Kawas sir. Nothing to panic, because before this pandemic, we are not used to any of these things. This classroom itself, this virtual classroom, we have not used, and now we are all experts nowadays, isn't it? So, like that, Subir Kawas said, it's going to be very simple. All these tools are going to be very simple for us to develop also, and for the student also, it will be very easy. Kalamani professor is video format questions. Video format questions will be available when we go for the paid versions. For the free versions, we don't have any video format question. We can do only these things. Dr. Kalai Sigamani,
Kalaisi
Professor.
Hariman, you can answer. You can ask your question, ma'am. Kalaisi Hamani, ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible, ma'am. Kalaisi Hamani, ma'am.
Have any doubt? Okay, fine.
Yeah, there's a question, ma'am. She raised her hand. Kalaisi Hamani, ma'am, are you
Yes,
here?
ma'am. No issues, ma'am. No issues.
Okay, we'll
So
go with the.
this video and all we can go with the paid version. Uh, when we go for free things, we are limited. But up to my exploration, what I feel is that this is more than enough for us to keep with the student base. We can interact with the students more easily. We'll be very much fine with all these things. Actually, we can make wonders during the class lectures. The monotonousness can be eradicated itself. I think if we keep on innovatively doing all these things, these two tools alone, now we can use many as such, and we can make the students interactive. Dr. Kalai Sigamani.
Kalaisi
Difference
Hamani, ma'am,
between
you can
Socrative
you
and
can ask your
Slido
question,
is
ma'am.
that
Kalaisi Hamani, ma'am.
Socrative, you can have it as
Kalaisi Hamani, ma'am.
it is going to be the summative
She raised her
assessment. For
hand.
formative assessment,
Kalaisi
summative
Hamani, ma'am.
assessment we have. So after the lectures, regarding
Okay,
those,
we'll go with
we
the.
can have the questions. And Slido is that we can interact more frequently. That is the main advantage. And Slido we can have pooling, how to pool, and the word cloud will be there. So there is a little difference. So each tool has their own impact, they have their own positiveness. And Socrative could be used for the assessment purpose. So after the so we can prepare every Socrative things for each and every lectures. We can have 5 to 6 or 10 questions around, and we can post and we can find them how they have listened. And Slido we can use it for an very basic interactions, the polling, the word
Oh,
cloud, how they have understand, like that we can move on.
ma'am, there's another question from our Professor Selvam.
Yes, ma'am.
சாக்ரட்டிவ் ஸ்லைடோ இந்த இந்த ஆய்வில் பாதுகாப்பு உறுதித்தன்மை எப்படி இருக்கும்? ஜி சூட்டில் ஃப்ரீ வெர்ஷன் பாதுகாப்பு கிடைக்காதுல்ல, அது போல நம் கொடுக்கிற குவிஸ் அண்ட் ரிசல்ட் எப்படி பாதுகாப்பாக இருக்கும்? ஆன்லைன் எக்ஸாம், இன்டர்னல் எக்ஸாம் இதுல நடத்தினா டெலீட் ஆகாமல் சேவ் ஆகிருக்குமா? That was a question, ma'am, by a professor.
Yes, yes, Professor. It is actually a very nice thing. We can very well do with our internal test, because, as I have told, we can see the result. It will be there as it is always. The result will be there. It will be holding on all the time. We can have the result. The polling, the word cloud, how they have understand, like that we can
So
move
it is
on.
safe, ma'am, for
Yes,
conducting
it is
online
safe to
exams.
use. Yes, it is safe to use. We can have these results like this. We have shown all these results. So everything will be saved. Each and every document will be saved as like this. Each and every student document will be available, and we can have this as a report. It will be staying in our login all the time. So only I have told you, for the NAC also you can submit this as an interaction. We have done as an interaction. We can do it very well. It is available, and these are all the report of the students what they have done. This is one students, and like this we can have any number of students report. So it is very well safer, because it is in our login we are developing, and we are going to share the room name. And when we launch the quiz only, it will be launched. So until otherwise, it will be in the room there only. So when we launch and we ask the students to join and answer for that, they'll be able to answer, and everything will be stored. So it will be more secure. The
Thank you,
evaluation
ma'am.
process also is very simple,
Oh,
because it will automatically evaluate, and we can have this answer sheet separately as like this. Very much simple for us.
thank you, ma'am. It was a clear explanation. Any other questions, participants?
And today's assessment, you can
Yes,
make it
ma'am.
clear, ma'am.
Yeah, we will give the assessment, ma'am.
Yes.
We got everything from you, ma'am. Now, within 5 minutes, we'll be starting the inaugural session, ma'am.
Yes, I'm very happy to join in that. Very
Yes,
happy.
kindly join participants. There will be more instructions for you for this 5 days program. So, join the inaugural session, and after the inaugural session, you'll be given with all the instructions for these 5 days. Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
please do join the inaugural session too, ma'am.
Very happy to join, ma'am. Very happy to
Yeah.
join.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Is any clarifications you can join up till the inauguration is going to start? If anything to be clarified, very well you can.
Yes, there is 5 minutes more time. So participants, if there is any question, you can post it in the chat box or you can raise your hand. Ma'am, there was a question. In what way it is Socrative is unique while comparing with the Google Classroom?
Google Classroom is an LMS tool, ma'am, actually. And this Socrative we are using for the assessment purpose. And Google Classroom, it is a complete package. It is an LMS tool. We do everything over there. And this is for the assessment. The Socrative will be helpful. And Professor Subrangshu Shekhar Sarkar, Tezpur University, I can raise your question, Professor.
So, madam, yeah, thank you so much for nicely explaining both the tools. No,
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, Professor.
so it is so nice to listen to you, ma'am. Out of these two, as per you, which one you should recommend for no?
Sir,
preparing?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is actually a tough question. Both sounds good in their aspects, sir. The first one, the Socrative, we can very well use it for the assessment purpose. Yes. A weekly test or a monthly test or some reviews like that, we can have it, and we can save like this. Yes, isn't it? We can record all these things. It will be very much helpful for us because we can record every student's response like this. And when we go for Slido, so what happens is that we can make the student interactive and we can make them attentive. That is the main thing we can concentrate with Slido. For Socrative, we can go for the assessment. Both sounds good in their own way. Am I? Yes.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Thank you,
Got
Professor.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Participants, in the meanwhile, you can fill the attendance link. Any other questions?
Ma'am, one doubt in attendance sheet, ma'am.
Yes,
What to
Subir
write
Subir,
Kavas.
sir.
in course ID, ma'am? What
Course
to write
ID.
in course ID? In attendance sheet, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Organizer.
Yeah, sir. Subir Kavas, sir.
Ma'am, there is an option in attendance sheet
Yes.
in which course ID is there. What to write over there?
So ID will be given for you, sir. After the registration, an ID will be given for you, and you have to fill the ID there, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Participants,
Course
in
ID,
the meanwhile,
I
you
don't
can
think
fill
has
the
been
attendance link.
provided. Let me check it.
Yes, sir. Course ID is given. If there is any problem, it is resolved. So you'll be able to fill the ID.
Attendance sheet, ma'am.
An individual ID is given for the participants, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
And the ID is, yes, as ma'am told, the ID is given in your email.
Ma'am, ID STC 005, madam. But it's not working out.
Sir, come on.
ID is not working, madam. It's an error. Must be match pattern.
Oh, is there an error in the ID?
Yes, madam.
Okay, just I will resolve.
Yes, ma'am, it's saying must match pattern. It's not accepting that ID you have given.
Just a minute, participants. Yes, sir. Course ID is given. If there is any problem, it is resolved. So you'll be able to fill the ID. An individual ID is given for the participants, sir. Participants, for your kind information, please try it again.
Actually, ma'am, your mails have not reached us. That's the problem, because once you send it in WhatsApp group, but the mails have not
So,
reached us. No
yeah,
single mail has reached us. That
okay,
is,
sir, we will try to resolve the problem.
yes,
Again, we'll be
yes, ma'am.
sending everything in your in the WhatsApp group.
Mails are better, ma'am, sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, definitely, sir. Just a minute, participant.
Ma'am, good
Ma'am,
evening, ma'am. I'm Kalpana, ma'am.
Yes, Kalpana, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have received the mail, but I have given
Yeah,
the ID also. It is not
yeah.
accepting.
Have you tried it again, ma'am? The problem was
Yes,
resolved.
ma'am.
Yeah,
I have tried again. Yes,
yeah.
I'll try once again also.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
ma'am, even this is Priya. Even I have that it is not accepting.
Once again, we will put it in the WhatsApp group, your ID. Please check it and then try it again, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you please type any one of the ID here? How to type? Is it user ID with a special character with the number, or only the STC respected number?
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am. I'm Kalpana, ma'am.
Yes, Kalpana, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have received the mail, but I have given the ID also. It is not
STC
accepting.
157.
Have you tried it
Now
again,
it
ma'am?
is accepting responses, ma'am. It's okay that your CC is not complete. It's okay. It's working now.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Ma'am, even this is Priya. Even I have that it is not accepting.
Once again, we will put it in the WhatsApp group, your ID. Please check it and then try it again, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you please type any one of the ID here? How to type? Is it user ID with a special character with the number, or only the STC respected number?
Yes, ma'am, done. Now it's working well.
Now it is accepting responses, ma'am. It's okay that your CC is not complete. It's okay. It's working now.
Madam, how to enter the course ID, madam? My ID STC005, madam, but error message I received, madam. STC005, madam.
Yes, ma'am, done. Now it's working well.
In which format we are typing, madam?
Sir, you must refresh your page. Once again, try it, ma'am. Right, sir.
Hello. Ma'am, send us the
Hello.
attendance link, ma'am. Attendance link through
So already
WhatsApp.
we have send it, ma'am. You want it
Through
in the
WhatsApp,
WhatsApp
ma'am.
also? Yeah, just a minute.
No, it's not there. It's not there, ma'am.
How to enter the course ID, madam? My ID STC005, madam, but error message I received.
Please kindly send the link, ma'am.
Ma'am, link is in
Ma'am,
message.
link is provided here. It is also provided in the mail ID. The chat box also you can see it, ma'am. So just click it and fill it. It can't be shared in the WhatsApp group, ma'am.
அதான் இதை கிளிக் பண்ணா போக மாட்டேது இந்த லிங்க்ல.
திருப்பி போடுங்க ஐயா.
போடு, கிளிக் பண்ணு.
இது திருப்பி போட்டு விட்டுருக்காங்க சார்.
பாண்டியராஜன் சார் போட்டு விட்டுருக்காங்க. இதுல இருக்கு, வாட்ஸ்அப்ல இருக்கு மேம்.
இந்த இந்த லிங்க் போய்
Ma'am, link is provided here. It is also provided in the mail
Hmm.
ID. The chat box also you can see it, ma'am. Just click it and fill it. It can't be shared in the WhatsApp group, ma'am. திருப்பி போடுங்கய்யா. இது திருப்பி போட்டு விட்டுருக்காங்க சார்.
லிஃப்ட் ஆயிட்டாங்க மோகினிவாங்க. ஐயோ அதுக்குள்ள போ. ஹலோ மேம், குட் ஈவினிங். இந்த இப்ப ஒரு நிகழ்ச்சியில அட்டன் பண்ணீங்கல்ல இல்லையா? இல்ல அது என்ன எஸ்டிசி, அது என்னது? எனக்கு அதுக்கு அதை கடந்தே போக மாட்டேங்குது. ஆமா, எனக்கு 068 இருக்கு. என்ன போட்டாலும் சப்மிட் ஆக மாட்டேங்குது. 68
மேடம் ரெஃப்ரெஷ் பண்ணுங்க.
இல்ல அது என்ன எஸ்டிசி, அது என்னது? எனக்கு அதுக்கு அதை கடந்தே போக மாட்டேங்குது. ஆமா, எனக்கு 068 இருக்கு. என்ன போட்டாலும் சப்மிட் ஆக மாட்டேங்குது. 68
மேடம் ரெஃப்ரெஷ் பண்ணுங்க.
Hello.
Sir, Kandasamy sir. Very good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Just you'll start the inauguration just within 5 minutes, sir.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
எடுத்துக்கவா? இனாகுரல் செஷன் நடக்குது. பண்ணலாம்ல?
Hello.
Sir, Kandasamy sir. Very good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Just you'll start the inauguration just within 5 minutes, sir.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
எடுத்துக்கவா? இனாகுரல் செஷன் நடக்குது. பண்ணலாம்ல?
Very good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Just you'll start the inauguration just within 5 minutes, sir.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. Thank you. Sir, Kandasamy, sir.
Yes, madam.
Sir, just 5 minutes, sir. Principal is a little bit busy. He'll come now. He's in another meeting,
Sure.
sir. He'll come now. Just he'll come now, sir.
Sure, sure, no problem.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
inaugural session நடக்குது பண்ணலாம்ல
Good evening, ma'am.
Just you'll start the inauguration just within 5 minutes, sir.
Sure, sure.
Thank you. Sir, Kandasamy, sir.
Yes, madam.
Sir, just 5 minutes, sir. Principal is a little bit busy. He'll come now. He's in another meeting, sir. He'll come now. Just he'll come now, sir.
Sure, sure, no problem.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
inaugural session நடக்குது பண்ணலாம்ல
Sir, Kandasamy, sir.
Yes, madam.
Sir, just 5 minutes, sir. Principal is a little bit busy. He'll come now. He's in another meeting, sir. He'll come now. Just he'll come now, sir.
Sure, sure, no problem.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Okay. Dear participants, assessment will be posted after the inaugural session is over. And Kandasamy sir, Kandasamy sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Sir, your screen is presented now.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Just when I call upon you, you can present your screen, sir.
I am already presenting my screen.
Yes, sir. Your screen is presented here, sir.
Yeah.
Dear participants, assessment will be posted after the inaugural session is over. Assessment and quiz questions will be posted, ma'am. Sir. So those who haven't filled the attendance link, please fill it.
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Sir, your screen is presented now.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Just when I call upon you, you can present your screen, sir.
Where is the assessment, ma'am?
Already presenting my screen.
Sir, just should be given rightly now, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, sorry.
Dear participants, assessment will be posted after the inaugural session is over. Assessment and quiz questions will be posted, ma'am. So those who haven't filled the attendance link, please fill it.
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Sir, your screen is presented now. Kandasamy sir? Sir, Kandasamy sir.
Yes, ma'am.
As a screen is presented now, sir. So when the inaugural address is given, you can present your screen, sir.
Yeah, my screen is already presented.
Yeah, you can close it now, sir. When the inaugural session is commencing, you can present your screen, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. A very pleasant evening to all the good souls present here. Encouragement, enthusiasm, and excellency is a major aspect of any organization. With the great aspect of expanding ICT in education, the short-term course on integration of ICT in teaching and learning has been organized by VHNSNC Nadar College, Autonomous Virudunagar. It is said, according to UNESCO, measuring ICT in education is therefore important to inform policymakers in setting national priorities and developing ICT in education policy. Enabling ICT in institution will also be useful for NAC, NBA, and ABET accreditations. So let us begin this fabulous event by invoking the blessings of God and nation with Tamil Thai Valthu followed by a college invocation song. A very pleasant evening to all the good souls present here. Encouragement, enthusiasm, and excellency is a major aspect of any organization. With the great aspect of expanding ICT in education, the short-term course on integration of ICT in teaching and learning has been organized by VHNSNC Nadar College, Autonomous Virudunagar. It is said, according to UNESCO, measuring ICT in education is therefore important to inform policymakers in setting national priorities and developing ICT in education policy. Enabling ICT in institution will also be useful for NAC, NBA, and ABET accreditations. So let us begin this fabulous event by invoking the blessings of God and nation with Tamil Thai Valthu followed by a college invocation song. A very pleasant evening to all the good souls present here.
சிந்திக்குமார் செதுக்கி செய்த இந்த கலை சிற்பம் எத்திக்குமாய் புகழை சாட்சி அவர் பெயர் பேசும் கற்போம் கற்பிப்போம் இங்கு கற்றவைகளை கொடுப்போம் வளர்ப்போம் இங்கு கற்றவைகளை லட்சம் லட்சம் பேருக்கு வாழ்க்கை கல்லூரி வளர்ந்து மிக்க கல்லூரியே எம்மை காக்க வந்த எங்கள் கல்லூரியே உம்மை மறவோம் கல்லூரியே உம்மை காத்து நிற்போம் என்ற சந்தர்ப்பம் நாங்கள் தருவோம்.
Yes, to speak about the organizers, Virudhunagar Hindu Nada Senthi Nadar College is a premium institution which was started in the year 1947. Today, after 75th year of its inspiration, VHNSNC College has grown from strength to strength, scaling new heights and crossing many milestones on the academic road. The Senthi Research Advocacy Forum, an initiative of VHNS Senthi Nadar College, was started in 2019 with the patronage of the principal to inculcate research aptitude among the faculty and learners. The primary objective of the forum is to create linkages through interpersonal and interdepartmental collaborations to enhance the quality of learning environment of our college. The forum undertakes various events and activities like invited talks by eminent personalities, researchers, studies on issues that having special social relevance and policy implications, academic publications, periodical presentations, organizations of academic fest, competitions, etc. It is an innovative forum of our college. Our Dean Research stands by his side always, encourages us, motivates us with his words. Keep your face always toward the sunshine and shadows will fall behind you. Abiding by these lines, within a strike of a second, he made us to do things to carry out the program successfully. Kind request to our Dean Research and Associate Professor of Physics and the Organizing Secretary of a short-term course on integration of ICT in teaching and learning, Dr. N.J. Kumaran, to deliver the welcome address. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. It's my pleasure to be delivered the welcome address for this wonderful short-term course on integration of ICT in teaching and learning. Good evening, one and all, and good morning to Mr. Kandasamy Mohbadi, the Senior Director at HCM Cloud Operations. It is the real integration of time because it is a real integration of time of evening in India and morning in California, USA. So with these words, I welcome, first of all, our college principal, Dr. P. Sundarabandyan, one of the great motivator of all such programs which we did for the past 1 year, around some 30 to 40 programs through online and webinars and international virtual conference like that. So I welcome our principal, Dr. P. Sundarabandyan, for this wonderful occasion, who is going to give the presidential address. Next, I welcome our self-finance course director and in charge, Dr. R. Palaniyappan, for this function to deliver the felicitation address. I welcome you, sir. I welcome the great personality, Mr. Kandasamy Mohbadi, the Senior Director, HCL, HCM Cloud Operations of Oracle USA Corporation in California. He is one of the resource person. At the same time, last year, in an international virtual conference, we delivered a wonderful talk on a computer-related topic for the more than 2 hours. With the great impression of his talk, we plan to honor this wonderful personality for this function as a chief guest for this inaugural meeting. So I welcome Dr. Mr. Kadasamy Umabadi for this wonderful function. Welcome you, sir. Great morning to you, sir. And I welcome thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Next, I welcome our Additional Dean Research, Dr. P. Mehalingam, for this function, who is going to give the vote of thanks. Welcome you, Mr. Mehalingam, sir. I welcome all the team members of this organizing to organize this such a wonderful program for the next 4 days. With the great participation of learned professors, scholars throughout India, from Port Blair to Kashmir, Kanyakumari, all the parts of the state. I welcome all the participants to this wonderful function. I welcome one and all. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your warm welcome address. Our captain is but a product of his thoughts, what he thinks and what he becomes. The pathfinder of our institution, our most beloved principal, Dr. P. Sundarabanian, sir, stands as a pillar for the ennoblement of the institution. He propels us to move beyond a passion that has the power to turn one's dreams, desires, and vision into reality. On behalf of all convened here, hearty welcome to you, sir. May I request you to deliver the presidential address. Welcome, sir.
Good evening to all of you. Learned professors, invited personalities, my dear colleagues, research scholars, and all participants. It gives me immense pleasure to deliver my presidential address for this short-term course on integration of ICT in teaching and learning, organized by Senthi Research Advocacy Forum of VHNSNC College Autonomous Virudhunagar in commemoration with 75th year Platinum Jubilee celebration. The global crisis of the COVID-19 virus has impacted the education sector tremendously. The Indian education system has also experienced an irreversible learning crisis amid the pandemic. The pandemic has forced the education sector to shift to a virtual and blended mode of learning. Information and communication technology has helped the sector to survive and adapt to the new ways of online learning. The crisis has allowed various educational innovations to bloom. Stakeholders across the country have been trying their best to come together and innovate with various ways to support the students and the teachers. Considering the various challenges of digital education in the country, efforts have been made by our Senthi Research Advocacy Forum of our college to optimize the potential of the existing and new educational platforms to be made available for everyone. They said that, quote, teachers need to integrate technology seamlessly into the curriculum instead of viewing it as an add-on, an afterthought, or an event. K.D. Hayes Jacobs. Information and communication technology in education is a mode of education that use information and communication technology to support, enhance, and optimize the delivery of information. Worldwide, research has shown that ICT can lead to an improved student learning and better teaching methods. A report made by the National Institute of Multimedia Education in Japan proved that an increase in the use of ICT in education with integration technology to the curriculum has a significant and positive impact of students' achievements. The results specifically showed that the students who are continuously exposed to technology through education has better knowledge, presentation skills, innovative capabilities, and are ready to take more efforts into learning as compared to the counterparts. ICT takes many forms access of course material through remote devices, online digital repositories for lectures, course materials, and digital library, online cloud-based academic management systems, employed the flipped classroom concepts, making use of hand-filled computers, tablet computers, audio players, and projector devices, etc. This short-term course allows participants to improve their ICT skills in practical and concrete way through practices and assessments. The general aim of this training course is to foster excellence in education by empowering teachers, trainers, headmasters, and other education staff to integrate ICT tools into teaching and education. The course has a flexible approach in order to adapt to the learning outcomes to the particular needs and ICT skills of the participants. The short-term course we are providing will make you to get an overview of the most important new technologies and of the growing trend of integrating ICT into education. Get to know the best apps, web platforms, and ICT solutions for teachers and education staff. Learn how to create engaging and interactive multimedia content and presentations. Learn how to digitally access students' knowledge and understanding in real time. Learn the basic concept of distance learning, e-learning, and flipped classroom. Learn how to use ICT tools to make education more engaging, motivating, and innovative. Get a new perspective on ICT tools and learn new ways and best practices to integrate ICT into teaching and training. With great honor, I thank Mr. Kandasamy Mohabadi, Senior Director, HCM, Cloud Operations, Oracle USA, CA USA, for being amongst our midst for inaugurating our short-term course on integration of ICT in teaching and learning. At the outset, I thank the resource person, Dr. B. Gayatri, Assistant Professor, Research Department of Computer Science, Bishop Tiber College, Autonomous, Tiruchirappalli, for accepting our invitation to share their knowledge on ICT tools. Deem it a privilege in thanking the co-chairman of Dr. R. Palaniyappan, coordinator, ISAP programs, for continuous encouragement and motivation given to the staff. I also wish the organizing secretary, Dr. N. Jayakumaran, Dean Research, and Additional Dean Research, Dr. P. Megalingam, the convener of the program, Dr. J. Pandirajan, Mr. R. Prem Sangar, the co-conveners, Dr. S. Muthulachimi, and Mrs. A. Marisuri. Place a record of thanks to the coordinators, Mr. S. Selvanathan, Dr. B. Lawrence, and Dr. B. Siva. Right time, right training for our virtual participants. Wish the program a grand success. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for insisting the importance of ICT and the need of the hour in the present scenario. Thank you very much, sir. A kind-hearted person who stands to these words: press forward, do not stop, do not linger in your journey, but strive for the mark set before you says George Whitefield. Our director plans and executes things correctly. May I call upon our esteemed self-financing director coordinator, Dr. R. Palaniyappan, sir, to felicitate the gathering. Welcome you, sir.
Good evening to all of you. Respected principal, our chief guest, Dr. Kandasamy Mohabadi, Dean Research, Dr. Jayakumaran, Additional Dean for Research, Dr. Megalingam, other organizing members of this excellent short-term course on integration of ICT in teaching and learning. Very great good evening to all of you. Really a wonderful task taken by Senthi Research Advocacy Forum, and making sure that they are dissipating knowledge to the entire community in India. All over India, many participants are participating in this forum. I extend a very good wishes to all of them who are participating in this. Hopefully, Senthi Kumar Nadar College will be giving you a lot of inputs regarding how to handle efficiently our classes. The only motive to make ourselves effective teachers and to make our students more effective learners. As per the government policies changing day to day, we can see that every day government is giving new policies regarding how to educate people in this pandemic situation. We are not concerned only in this pandemic situation, we are also concerned about how in future we are going to deal with our students and our stakeholders, making everyone involved in this aspect of learning process. It's a very difficult aspect, but Senthi Kumar Nadar College is striving its best to bring in all necessary infrastructure, all necessary facilities, all necessary seminars to all the stakeholders of this institution. Really a wonderful task done in the helm of our principal, Dr. P. Sundarapandian, and all of us supporting in the cause of making our students more effective in learning. The learning process is a difficult one. Student-centric learning is the mantra now people are expecting and the government is expecting. The learning should be student-centric. How far it should be student-centric depends upon our quality. The teacher's quality depends. Teacher quality depends the output. Outcome-based education, everything, whatever things that we decide in policies should reflect, for which we need the help of technology. So without technology, this type of online webinars, online seminars cannot be done for our student community. So this technology is fetching us whatever things that we want. Our principal told flipped classrooms. Such new types of way of encouraging our students, engaging our students is very vital, and those parameters have to be looked in by younger people who are going to feed the forthcoming generations. So ICT based learning, ICT tools, the way by which we are conducting classes, how the conceptual learning is being input to our students, how much outcome that we are fetching. So the result of what we are planning and what you are receiving should be equated. So a lot of study has been going on, a lot of equations have been put along in this academic forum. We people, we the professors must make sure that it is made student-centric and we gain more knowledge. The way by which we are teaching should reduce our energy, and these ICT tools will considerably reduce the way by which education is made more simple. I would like to stress one more point in this forum. The topic is integration of ICT in teaching, learning. As I am controller of examination of VHNSNC college, I want it to be in evaluation also. Evaluating the student should be meticulous. Meticulous way of evaluating should be our involvement and commitment that we are emphasizing in this area of how the students are evaluated. Now, in this pandemic situation, we are facing a crisis. This should be overcome with the help of ICT-based learning. I give a strong word to this forum, which a lot of professors in this, make sure we evaluate them correctly. Make sure we put them on the right platform, on the right height that they deserve. Where some of us are lagging, I'm sorry to say this, some of us are lagging in this way of evaluating our students. Make sure the technology is used to the maximum. Make sure that we are learning maximum and we are delivering it to the students to the maximum. So government is expecting is more, students are expecting it from us more, and totally all the stakeholders are expecting more from us. We have to provide them with high quality. That high quality can be given by one of the important parameter, ICT-based learning and evaluation. So that teaching process, that learning process should be known. It is a psychological aspect that we have to know how to attract the students, how to attract the public opinion about our college, our way of teaching, our way of delivering. That can be helped by this 5-day lecture, even by these eminent persons. I am very happy that they are very well prepared, and I saw that some of them are eagerly finding out what is the form, what is the details, and all the things they are clarifying with madam. I'm really happy to felicitate in this function, and I thank Senthi Research Advocacy Forum for giving me a chance to felicitate this August forum, and I wish this 5-day short-term course a grand success, and that grand success should reflect on our students. Thank you very much.
Thank you, respected sir. Rightly said, ICT tools has been student-centric for the benefit of student fraternity. Kind notice, sir, all the ICT tools that is provided here and taught here commences with the evaluation techniques also. Thank you so much, sir. As Mark Twain said rightly, fill the brain with high thoughts, highest ideals, place them day and night before you, and out of that will come great work. May I call upon the distinguished guest and a great hard worker, Mr. Kandasamy Umabadi, Senior Director, HCM Cloud Operation, Oracle USA Inc., CA USA, to deliver the inaugural address. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Your voice is audible, sir.
Yes, sir. Voice is audible, sir. Welcome,
Okay,
sir.
let me share my screen.
Short-term course, a grand success, and that grand success should reflect on our students. Thank you very much.
Thank you, respected sir. Rightly said, ICT tools has been student-centric for the benefit of student fraternity. Kind
I think
notice,
you
sir,
need to
all the
share, madam.
ICT tools that is provided here and taught here commences with the
I'm not
evaluation
able to
techniques
share.
also. Thank you so much, sir. Just a minute, as sir. Mark Twain said rightly, fill the brain with high thoughts, highest ideals, place them day and night before you, and out of that will come great work. May I call upon the distinguished guest and a great hard worker, Mr. Kandasamy Umabadi, Senior Director, HCM Cloud Operation, Oracle USA Inc., CA USA, to deliver the inaugural address. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Your voice is audible, sir.
Yes, sir. Voice is audible, sir. Welcome, sir.
Okay, let me share my screen.
Just a minute, sir. We are working on this, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Prem Shankar is working there.
Sir,
Share, madam.
Umabadi, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, could you share the PPT in my mail, sir? Shall I give you the ID? Just a minute, sir.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah. It is posted in the chat box, sir.
Okay.
Or you will send it in the WhatsApp also. The receipt, sir.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Just.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm doing it.
Okay,
Just.
okay, sir. Okay.
Just a minute, sir. We are working on this, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Prem Shankar is working there.
Sir. Umabadi, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, could you share the PPT in my mail, sir? Shall I give you the ID? Just a minute, sir.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah. It is posted in the chat box, sir.
Okay.
Or you will send it in the WhatsApp also. The receipt, sir.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Sir.
Just.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm doing it.
Okay,
Just.
okay, sir. Okay.
Message sent, ma'am.
Just a minute, sir. We are working on this, sir.
Okay, sir. I'll just see, sir. Sir, receipt, sir. Receipt. Just a minute, sir. We'll present it.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, could you share the PPT in my mail, sir? Shall I give you the ID?
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah. It is posted in the chat box, sir.
Okay.
Or you will send it in the WhatsApp also. The receipt, sir.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Sir.
Just.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm doing it.
Okay,
Just.
okay, sir. Okay.
Message sent, ma'am.
So the screen is presented, sir. Okay, sir, I'll just see, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
You
you.
can continue, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Can you go to the next screen, please? Ma'am, can you go to the next slide?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Shall we go to the next slide, sir?
Yeah, this one. Good evening, everyone. No, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so good evening, everyone. Thanks for the invitation. Thank you, Principal and Dr. Jayakumar, for inviting me for this important course that you're launching. And first of all, I would like to congratulate all the course participants for enrolling in this transformational course. This course is very, very important, and this initiative looks very good. It's needed for this particular juncture in pandemic. And also, I would like to thank everyone for staying this long. I know you all had a long day, so thank you for staying back and listening to us. And I will not take much time. I know most of you are teachers and educators, and I'm not an educator. I'm a technology guy. If I say something, um, not relevant on teaching, and you can correct me, and I will make a note of that. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay, so there has been a race between technology and education all along. So if we look at the 14th century, we had this printing technology that was invented, meaning commercially they were able to print. But at that time, only 4% of the world population could read. So the technology went way ahead, and people were not able to read the printed books. So that trend continues for a long time right after the Industrial Revolution. And the same thing is happening now after several centuries. Digitization, right? So has gone ahead, and the people are not able to access that information using the digital technology. So after a period of time, the technology kind of had become stable, and then we were able to make people read, write, and all that stuff. So the education went little ahead, and then technology was lagging behind. So after a period of time, again, technology went up, and the education is lagging behind. That is the state we are at right now. So whenever technology is lagging behind the education, there is a prosperity in the world. Whenever the technology is ahead of education, we have social pain. So tech races ahead and education falls behind. Digitization is the most important thing that every one of us should be focusing on right now. 30% of the jobs will vanish in next 5 years. Some of the jobs which falls under this 30% is also classic in-class teaching. Next slide, please. So the classroom teaching hasn't changed a lot since 15th century. If you look at the picture on the right side, you will see a person professing, and there are people sitting. There is even one person in the last row sleeping. There are two people at the back chatting to each other. After several centuries, we still have the same classroom method. On the left-hand side, you have a picture from a Ivy League school, Ivy League school classroom. Look at the number of people who are attending. And we still have the same setup. We haven't changed the methodology very much. So we still have one size fits all. The class is customized for the entire audience, not for the individuals. But there is a monologue that goes on from the person who is professing to all the learners out there. And the accessibility of the person who is transmitting information is not that easy in this traditional classic model. Next slide, please.
So can we go to the next slide, sir?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so if you look at the old world, the content, the educational material is very rare, and the career path is very stable. You go to college, get a degree, get a job, then you retire. But in the new world, we have great content everywhere. And flexibility and lifelong learning is the key in this new world. That means once you graduate from the college and get a job, that won't be sufficient. You need to be getting educated continuously. You learn every 5 years, technology changes, right? So you again learn and then go back to the workforce. So that process continues several cycles before the person retires. This may be because the people are forced to do this. The technology is obsolete, or people have that flexibility of learning a different skill and taking up a different job. So we are in a new world. So the learning here is continuous. It is not only for the students, it is also for the teachers. The learning process is continuous. Next slide, please. Okay, here is an interesting slide. You may be surprised looking at the data given here. So it may not be that much accurate, but it gives a ballpark number. So if you look at the bottom, the 90% of the students retain their knowledge or whatever they learned by teaching to others. If you look at the next level, 75% of the people had to practice it in order to remember. If they don't practice it, they'll eventually forget. 50% can retain if they involve in group discussions or discussions with their friends and colleagues. 30% gets retained if they look at the demonstrations or laboratory work. 20% audiovisual, 10% by reading the books. The interesting one at the top is the lecture. So less than 10% of the information that we transmit to the students stays. That is the retention rate that we have. So our traditional models of pure lecture or professing a monologue is no longer going to work. So we need to reinvent teaching for 21st century. Now, a 12-month-old child can operate a smart device. They can unlock a phone, they can play games which are very interactive. So this is just 12 months old. So we are in a new world where these students are citizens of digital world. So the monologue nature of teaching is no longer going to work because their attention span is anywhere between 6 to 8 minutes, and any session that we run beyond 20 minutes is not going to stay with that. So we need to be doing a lot of multimedia, videos, animations, and also a lot of information can be learned on the go. So instead of accumulating the information, they should be learning where to find the information. For example, if you're doing a Google search, a lot of people are now running courses on how to search on Google. So that's the information that they need, not the actual what type of information. Next slide, ma'am. Okay, so I want to give 3 takeaways, right? The first one actually is the main topic that we are discussing, digitization. So, but we are not going to go pure digitize at this point in time. So we are going to have a hybrid model where we are going to blend the online and offline learning methods. So we're going to be promoting thick online. What does that mean? We want to pass on all the traditional things as much as possible to online. The offline should be for more collaboration and R&D type of education. The next one is personalization. So we'll talk about that in the next slide. And the third one is socialize the education. So these are the 3 takeaways: hybridize, personalize, and socialize. Next slide, please. So the first topic first takeaway that I wanted everyone to take with them is digitize. I don't think anyone in this forum, most of you are teachers, will disagree the need for digitization. But we are also going to hybridize with the classic teaching methods. So a blend of online and offline learning. Most of the work happens online. We want to push as much as possible to online. The collaborative work, the research work, or a discussion type of work should be facilitated in the campus. So this model will be very, very cost effective, and it will be universally accessible. Next slide, please. Personalize. So you looked at the previous slides where the monologue happened. A professor is professing to all the people, like the one size fit all. Unfortunately, one size doesn't fit all. Even in our shirts, we have small, medium, large, extra large, and things like that. So each student has a different skill level. So, and there are accessibility issues. There are students who have learning disabilities. So the materials should be customized. It- the students on a self-paced manner. So some students can run 2-3 modules in a week, whereas the people with learning difficulties can use the same material in a different format and take it at a slower pace. And to categorize the learners, we should engage psychologists who can approximately classify these students with different skill levels and abilities. Next slide, ma'am. Socialize. So socialize is a very, very important aspect of this transformation. So we have a lot of social media networks out there, and students and teachers can form groups, right? There are online discussion forums. So this is outside of the university. So there are specific forums for a specific topic. For example, somebody wants to learn about artificial intelligence. There are forums for those. So most of the questions are already answered. If you go in there and post your question, there will be a lot of answers which are already answered, and you will automatically get them based on the AI techniques that are incorporated there. So we should encourage the learners to take advantage of these online discussion forums where students will get answers which are already answered, and if not, they can go on to a discussion on those topics. So there are several applications out there, both on Android and Mac. So students can be encouraged to install those applications where they can post questions and get answers, and also they can answer a lot of questions, and there are applications that rate the person who is answering, and they will be getting credits out of that. So there are a lot of ways within the campus, outside the campus, within the co-learners or outside. So the sky is the limit here. These forums are worldwide. It is global. So if a person from India is asking a question, if someone is located in Norway can answer that question. So students should be encouraged to participate in those forums. These forums are customized for specific topic, for the specific subject. Next slide, ma'am. So that's the main key takeaway that I wanted to convey, which is digitize, hybridize, and then you know, um, personalize and socialize. So that is the main topic that I wanted to cover. The rest of them I will rush through. I don't know how much time we have. So in addition to what we have seen, in order to make the students more engaging, we should incorporate virtual reality. So virtual reality is a technology where we can take students to this virtual world, which is not affordable for actual physical experience. So they can go into those virtual world and they can get that feeling of how that is working, and all associated things. So this type of learning, if you remember the pyramid we were talking about, so this type of learning will be retaining the information that they're learning for a longer period of time. So that is the retention rate for this kind of learning is higher. So there are specific topics where you cannot teach in a classic model. It is very difficult to comprehend and it is very difficult to visualize. So those are the ones that should be put into virtual reality mode. So as teachers, we should be able to produce these materials for virtual reality. The technology, the virtual reality technology or VR technology, it only offers the technology. The content has to be provided by the subject matter experts. So a biology teacher has to come up with the content for those topics that can be incorporated into virtual reality. Next slide, please. Okay, so the another important benefit we get from virtual reality is there are students with the learning difficulties. So the people with the ADHD, the people with dyslexia, and there are students with a lot of other type of um, difficulties. They cannot learn through the normal classic methods. So they will be benefited by VR course materials. So it not only makes the normal students learn better, and it is also providing access to students with learning disabilities. Next slide, please. Okay, so if you look at the right side, like you see that like you go with the VR glasses out there, and then you are able to see the entire anatomy. You can remember these kind of things very easily when compared to looking at in a two-dimensional way. It's very difficult to comprehend how the internal parts will work in two-dimensional views. So this will be very useful in several fields like civil engineering or medicine, and also in several high-tech industry projects. Next slide, please. Okay, so if you look at the right side. Okay, same topic here. It's VR again. There are a lot of scientific experiments, theoretical concepts which cannot be explained very clearly, can be felt more in 3D format using the VR techniques. So basically what we are saying is that the teachers have to produce these VR materials in future in addition to the traditional methods we are doing today. Next slide, please. So we talked about the VR, and we have another technology called augmented reality in education. So the difference between the AR and VR is VR is completely virtual. It need not be real, right? So in augmented reality, it is the reality. If you look at the person who is looking at that book and is pointing his app from his mobile phone on the book, and then it turns into a 3D, and then he can manipulate that. He can rotate it. He can do all of those, and then that is the augmented reality. So augmented reality there should be something real out there, and that can be augmented with additional dimensions. So, for example, most of the biology, anatomy, and things like in the bottom you can see, and if a person touches the solar system map, and then if he touches sun, and then he gets the view of the sun at a closer position. So this is literally impossible for a person go to that far to get a view of sun surface. That is the augmented reality. So augmented reality. Next slide. There should be something real out there. Okay, so I'm not going to go one by one on this. So there are tools for educators, and there are tools for learners, and then you all may be already using one or many of these tools, and get familiar with these, and then I think most of these will be covered in your course as well. And the good news is several of these are free. Next slide, please. Okay, so what happened in 17th century? Students today cannot prepare but to calculate their problems. They depend on their slates, which are much more expensive. What will they do when their slate is dropped and breaks? They will be unable to write. So the fear of change, fear of adapting to a new technology has been there several centuries. So the 17th century, the fear was they had slates to write, and they were so worried that these slates will break and students will not be able to read and write. Next slide, please. Going into 18th century, there is a fear. This time it is different. Students depend on paper too much. They don't know how to write on a slate without getting chalk dust all over themselves. They cannot clean a slate properly. What will they do when they run out of paper? So 18th century problem was, hey, how do we conserve paper, right? In 17th century, what happens is slate breaks. In 18th century, what happens if we run out of paper? Next slide, please. So in 19th century, students today depend upon store-bought ink. They don't know how to make their own ink. When they run out of ink, they'll be unable to write words or cipher until their next trip to the settlement. This is a sad commentary on modern education. So the fears has been there always whenever there is a new technology that comes in. Hey, what if it breaks? What if I run out of paper? What if I run out of ink? Next slide, please. So now what is the fear in 20th century, right? These mobile devices are going to be the death of me and higher education. How can we engage students if they are always looking down at their phone? I have a shoebox that I require all phones to go in before the class starts. So right now, we are scared of mobile phones. Next slide, please. Okay, so the resistance to change is not new. So every time the technology came in, whether it was a car that came into commercial market, or you know, um, computers came in, or a lot of other technologies came in, right? So the radio came in, the printing technology came in, the projectors came in, right? So computers came in, VR, AR, right? So a lot of technologies came in. Every time that technology came in, they said, hey, what if the car gets into an accident? What if the plane crashes, right? What if, the material inside the computer, vanishes, right? So how can I trust the computer? How can I trust the internet, right? So people were scared of internet when it came in. Hey, don't go to the internet, right? So there are fears, there are resistances to change all the time. So the same thing. So that happened on the technology. Every time new technology came in, people were afraid. They were pushing back. They're resisting the change. The same thing happened on the education. So in the initial period, they didn't allow everyone to learn, right? And then they said, like, okay, you can learn, but you cannot learn on these topics, right? So you cannot learn philosophy, you cannot learn sex education, you cannot. So they put restrictions on that. And then they said, like, okay, you can learn, but you cannot go to another country and learn, right? And then what happens? They're saying, okay, the female is not allowed to learn, or female is not allowed to be in sports, or we cannot have mixed gender education, right? So we can go on and on. So there were resistance to people cannot go for higher education, female cannot go for higher education, and specific professions like female cannot go for nursing jobs, female cannot go for medical job. All of this happened. So when technology changed, there was a resistance at every stage. When the education changed, and there was a resistance. Every time we made a rule, like we are going to have a mixed gender education, so there will be resistance on that. So the resistance to change is always going to be there. So as we looked at the previous slide where we talked about mobile technology, so we don't have to be concerned about the mobile technology. We should welcome the mobile technology. That is our future. Next slide, please. So the mobile phones, tablets, and e-readers with broadband connectivity could prove to be the long-sought answer in the global effort to bring high-quality multidisciplinary education to people everywhere, especially the world's poorest and most isolated community. So now UNESCO itself is saying, so we had a period where people were afraid of mobile phones, and they were asking them to they were asking the students to put them into the shoebox before they come into the classrooms. Now, UNESCO is saying these mobile devices, either mobile phones or tablets, computers, e-readers with the connectivity, are the way to go for the future. Next slide, please. Okay, if we look at July 2021, we have 7.87 billion population. Out of that, 56.6% is urbanized. So we have 5.27 billion of the population is a mobile user. So that is 66.9, approximately 70% of the world population is a mobile user. And 4.8 billion That is 60.9% is internet. They're not only mobile users, they're also internet users. So we also have 4.4 billion, that is approximately 56.8% is active social media users. Next slide, please. So the future, right? Now, if you look at what we have, this is the specific scenario that we have in India. There is one child, there is one smartphone out there listening to the lecture and then sharing that session. So there is no personalization, there is no customization, there is no specific, need-based education out there. And that's the state that we are at. And what we want to go is we want to go to a place where the content is digital, the access is digital and mobile. Mobile is very, very important. So it is global and personal. AI, VR, and AR can be used to personalize the content, and social, and then the teachers they become coaches. So they're no longer called teachers; they are teacher coaches. Next slide. Digital education, especially mobile education or M education is what they call. The digital education train is leaving the station with or without us. Either we need to hop on or be left behind. Let's get on and make the world digital and give access to everyone in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So it was a great explanation. A very clear explanation on race between technology and education, innovative learning methods, and how to digitize and hybridize. As you said, the three takeaways will be the norms in the future. Thank you, sir, for giving good information on augmented reality and virtual reality. So really, it was a very fantastic explanation about the future. Thank you so much, sir. To be an achiever, you have to think big, aim high. The dream of a college has been fulfilled many a time by Dr. P. Mehalingam, sir, our organizing secretary and placement officer of a college. Obviously, it is a proud moment to welcome such a dynamic personality, Dr. P. Mehalingam, sir, to propose the vote of thanks. As thanks for thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude, and gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. Welcome you, sir.
Very good evening to all of you. Respected beloved principal, SF coordinator, and other delegates. I feel honored to get an opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this short-term course on integration of ICT in teaching learning, organized by Senthi Research Advocacy Forum of our college. I'd like to thank Dr. Jayakumar, Organizing Secretary, Dean Research of our college for his welcome address. Professor NJ is always an instrumental in organizing lot of programs in our college. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to thank our beloved principal, Dr. P. Sundramandian, sir, for his constant encouragement, continuous support and advices which have greatly helped us towards the successful organization of many programs, not only in our country, but also in Malaysia. During his presidential address, our beloved principal, sir, explained the importance of ICT tools, how ICT tools helps the teacher to update the new knowledge, how the skills could be used to the new digital tools and resources. by using the acquire knowledge of ICT, the student teacher will become effective teachers. Definitely we will follow your fruitful words, sir. Next, I would like to thank our beloved SF coordinator, Dr. R. Palaniappan, sir, to felicitate the gathering. Our SF coordinator rightly pointed out that ICT tools were not only used in teaching and learning, but also nowadays used in evaluation. Thank you, sir. On behalf of the Senthi Research Advocacy Forum, I would like to thank the heartfelt thanks to our beloved chief guest who spared time from his busy schedule to grace the occasion. I would like to thank Swami Umabadi, Senior Director, HCM Cloud Operations, USA, for his inaugural address. Thank you, sir, for your very thought-provoking and interesting address. I would like to thank our speaker for making an excellent and nice presentation and making this short-term course a very meaningful and interesting one. Finally, the wonderful participants from various institutions who have turned up in such great numbers and participants from our college. We thank you so much for your kind cooperation. I would like to thank the resource persons, our staff members and our technical team members who have made it a great and grand success. In this pandemic situation, you have made best arrangements for this program. Thank you wholeheartedly for organizing this wonderful short-term course for the benefit of the teacher, coaches, and research scholars and students and other educators. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words of gratitude. So, an announcement for the participants. Participants, you have to fill the assessment as well as quiz by 2 o'clock tomorrow. So, the assessment and the quiz will be posted in the Google Classroom. And if you have any doubt regarding the course or any other doubts, it can be posted in the WhatsApp group which has been created. And any other clarification also can be done there. Thank you. And tomorrow's session will commence on 4. So we have to attend all the 5 days. So the sessions will run from 4 to 6. So don't be absent for yourself. All the sessions should be attended. Only when you attend all the sessions, you'll be provided with a certificate. Thanking you one and all.